We are here at Volusia Speedway Park here in Barberville, Florida. It's championship night for the 2024 spring season as Oshweekett Speedway and the Coast to Coast Racing Network present another edition of Monday Night Madness. We got a lot of good action here for you tonight, and as always, we begin with the Open 358s. Open 358s brought to you by Glenridge Motorsports Park. And while we have our champions crowned here for tonight, Open 358s, Anthony Morano, your Rebels Ross Carina, and the Renegades Blake Chapman, we still got one race left to go. Glad you could join us inside the broadcast booth here. Marty Sakala alongside Dean Reynolds. Mother Nature brought him here tonight. And then also Shaggy Zach Chapman. So Dino, Open 358s at Volusia, or well, any dirt car at Volusia. This place never disappoints. This is why it's the season finale every year.
Yeah, well, ironically, though, it's a little bit of luck this year because we followed the iRacing schedule for this year's schedule. And but this is cool. Volusia is one of my favorite tracks. Volusia, Charlotte, I love those tracks. I got a lot of room, a lot of speed. And, but it's a little bit more forgiving for these open setups. You can actually almost run the iRacing base setup here at Volusia and still be very competitive. So this is going to be a fun deal. Looks like we got about 22 cars, so we got a good full field.
Yeah, great car count here for the season finale. Zach Chapman, let's look at this entire season so far here in the spring. What have you taken away from it?
What I've loved about this Open Series is you see guys run the top and the bottom, and we're especially going to see that here at Volusia. It really promotes two lines, but the Open setups have really allowed guys to change gears, really excel at running the bottom, not necessarily have to overdrive the corner and get into somebody to make a pass on the bottom, and just the Open setups promoted great racing, and I'm glad they're here to stay.
Dean, did you notice anything about Shaggy? It looks like he got a haircut.
Actually, you know what's weird is on my phone, I'm using my phone, the only one I can see is you. It's showing not visible unknown user.
Interesting.
That's what it told me to you, Dino. I was wondering that.
That's a blessing, my friend.
We also got our fourth guy with us, Brandon Dittmer. BD, what are we expecting here for these 358s as we get set to go?
Oh, these 358s, them being not as much power, we're going to see a lot of low line racing, but I think it's going to make it with that much low line. The top side's going to come in kind of later. We're going to get some really good racing.
Well, we've got qualifying underway. Just about 2 minutes. There's a look at your champion this season, Anthony Morano, in the number 32. Open 358s have been his strong strength, especially on the long runs. Dino, as a teammate, you know him way too well.
Yeah, Anthony has become probably the second person in our FTM stables with the 358 Big Blocks. We got Dylan Dewart that's really helping us out. That's kind of our leader a little bit, but him and Anthony are kind of side by side. And I tell you, Sam Bachman and Dylan Kinsey, the way they've come along, they're getting a lot of speed. They're making this old guy look slow.
Morano jumps up to third. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, but Anthony, he's just really good. I remember when he joined Coast to Coast like a year and a half ago. Look where he is now. Now him and Isaac are the two guys that beat here in the 358s and Big Blocks.
Jake Henry.
Sharp P2.
Jake Henry moves up to fourth quick. Here's Steven Stewart in car number 29 as he makes his way to the checkered flag. And off the mark by just a bit. Sam Bachman trying to get a lap in before the buzzer. Second quick for Bachman, 16:74.
There's Sam. Yep. Good to see Grandy back.
Definitely is, that's for sure. We haven't seen 100 grand in a while. Dylan Kinsey won't be able to put up a lap in time. So I believe, Dino, you're going to be on the pole here for Heat 1.
Yeah, we're going to make Heat 1 work, I think.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here as Heat Race number 1, brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. Here's a look at the starting lineup. Dino on pole position, Dean Reynolds with a 79. Next to him, it's the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, in the 32. Row number 2, it's Hero Klump with a 00. Next to 100 grand, Joseph Grandy in the 518. Row number 3, the Brute to Beast, Jeff Barker, the 513, and the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Rounding out the grid in car number 639, it's Dylan Kinsey. So we get set to go here. Let's know who you're rooting for in the chat this evening. Dean, we'll put you on mute here as you get ready for your heat race. Good luck.
We got Dittmer in this one too.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Brandon, as well. They are focused tonight, that's for sure. Everyone wants to win very badly. Winner on pole for tonight's 30-lap feature. And again, 6-lap heats in 358 action. When we have our Rebels and Renegades later tonight, it is 30 laps. Again, Anthony Morano, the champion, comes in with a 120-point lead over Sam Bachman. He's clinched it. A 3-win year for the driver, the number 32. We've been talking a lot. It's been a strong, sensational year for Anthony. And what just happened with Jeff Barker? Is Barker stuck? Did he already damage? His controller must be dead or something. Okay. That was weird. But nevertheless, we're going green for Heat 1. Winner on pole for tonight's feature.
Dean Reynolds is going to look to send it in here in 1 and 2. He doesn't want to let his teammate there get too big of a run on him. He does a good job.
And Dino comes through with the early race lead. Morano tries to fight back on the high side. Both groups come in very well. You want to race next to the cushion here, Zach, as you see just about 3 wide per second. You want to race next to the cushion. However, though, the slider line is insane here.
Yeah, it really is. You see Dean tried it there, just gotten that slick a little too much, but he's able to slide up in front of Grandy, and FTM is going to run 1-2, and I think they're very happy about that.
And so Morano takes the leads. Next time we are halfway home. Again, everybody transfers into the show, so no worries if you're running 5th through 7th. Underneath, 100 grand for second on Dino. Can't get it. Dino clears for right now.
Yeah, Dino looked in trouble there in the middle of 3 and 4, but just powerhouse off the corner with a big run. And here he comes with his teammate in the 32, but Joseph Grandy, he might be looking for the lead on the bottom.
You saw Reynolds, though, had to back off just a little bit. He didn't want to hit the 32, had nowhere to go, though. Now Reynolds on the cushion, Morano back on the slider line, but Dino gets in the fluff, sets up nearly 4 wide for third. Sideways Hero Clump.
Yeah, and where did the Spider Monkey come from? All of a sudden, he's throwing a slider on Dino for P3, not able to shut the door at the line.
Oh, they touch. I don't want to see any beef in the broadcast booth tonight as we've got 1 lap to go here. Who's going to start on pole, Morano or Grandy into turn number 3? Grandy tries to show his nose, pulls up to the corner panel, but it's Morano that wins Heat 1. Grandy 2nd, Reynolds 3rd, Dittmer 4th, Kinsey 5th, Clump 6th, and Barker 7th. Man, that was a fun start to this one. Brad, you nearly surprised Dino there.
I almost took Dino out. I didn't expect him to come out and chop off my nose.
Well, Full Throttle Motorsports driver wins Heat 1. They sponsor Heat Race number 2. FTM, an official team of the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Here's the starting lineup. Soupy Dan McLaren starts on pole position in car number 88. Next to him, Michael Vitale in the 213. Row number 2, Jake Henry in car number 171. Next to Sam Bachman in the 107. Row 3, B-Temp, Brandon Templeton in the 31. Next to him, Tyler Flynn in the 831. Rounding out the grid was Superman Kurt Schatzer in the 218. Dino, it just came to my mind because, you know, we gave B-Temp the nickname as he drove a paint scheme in honor of the McCready's in the past. I do want to ask you, because I was doing my post-race obligations with CRSA, how was the lap 9 moment of silence?
That went very well. I mean, 1,500 of those cards went up, and you know, it was really good. They, matter of fact, the McCready crew members messaged me afterwards. They said they had tears in their eyes.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Winner starts outside of the front row for this feature. McLaren and Vitale bring us to green. They touch at the line.
Yeah, Soupy going to go up there and lay a little fender to him. Going to think about a slider, but not going to have enough as Vitali's getting a big run. And Anthony Morano able to do the same thing on Dean Reynolds in Heat 1.
They were just about 3 wide for the 3rd position as Vitali leads the opening lap. Everyone all single file until they get into turn number 1. McLaren shows his nose underneath the lead, Dino.
Yeah, in that race, I think 1 and 2 was better down low, and 3 and 4 it was better up top. I was going to have a good run on Anthony there in 3 and 4, but I think he kind of looked in the mirror and sniffed where I was going. So, but I think the track is now going to even out here. It's going to be good for the feature too. But you can see the bottom right here. Let's see how it holds for McLaren. Yeah, 3 and 4 is still better up top.
Yeah, helped out Bachman make his way up to 2nd. We may see Templeton take 3rd. Brandon Bachman, quickest driver on track at a 16:77. He's got a chance at it. Oh, hang on. Okay, we're having some technical difficulties with Brandon. We'll get him fixed up in just a bit. 2 to go here in heat race number 2. Watch the battle for the lead. Vitali's got company for that top spot.
Yeah, Samuel Bachman, he's got that fishing pole out. He's reeling him in, but the problem is, guys, he's running the same line as your leader. So one thing to catch him here, but he's going to think about throwing a slider.
Great idea to throw the slider into 1 and 2. Nearly touches Vitali. He's got a chance at it. Vitali can't block. They stay door to door as they make their way through 3 and 4. Vitali wins heat race number 2. Bachman 2nd, Templeton 3rd, Schatzer 4th, McLaren 5th, Hendry 6th, and Flynn 7th.
Yeah, Bachman clearly a faster car, but just ran out of time running him down, but did what he had to do and almost pulled it off.
Heat race number 3 brought to you by Glenridge Motorsports Park, home of the Dirt Car 358s on Sunday nights. Here's a look at the starting lineup. Jacob Brown on pole position, the 723. Next to him, it's Canada Connor Ross, the 35. Row 2, Steven Stewart in the 29, and Glenn Sharp in the 099. Row number 3, the Mayor, Steve Bixler in car number 75. Next to him, Matt Schaefer in the 183. Rounding out the grid tonight, it's Bob DeGood in car 7. Brandon, check. Oh, nope, we got you. He's unmuted now. Brandon, what are we expecting here for Heat 3? Who are you watching out for?
I'm going to be watching out for Steven Stewart. He's a very big sprint car guy. He's kind of kicking my butt in points right now, but he is he's kind of been sneaky fast in these little dirt modifieds. I'm expecting him to move up pretty fast.
He's performed really well in these past few weeks, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think, though, the outside is still a little bit of a quicker lane, so look for Connor. Well, Connor loves the outside anyway, so but look for him to go up. I know he's got the Swan Speed Shop set up in there, and he just asked me what gear to run, so he better win because I set him up with the gear.
He better.
Ring, ring, ring.
I know you'll be watching him very closely as we're underway for our final heat race.
He was texting and driving under this pace line.
Oh, big hit for Connor Ross on the outside wall as he made.
Yeah, and evidently the Swan Speed Shop didn't provide goggles to see what's in front of you.
Do they provide extra fire suits too? 'Cause that was probably a pucker up moment. As it's Brown that lead, Steven Stewart 2nd, Glenn Sharp 3rd, the Mayor Steve Bixler in 4th. Sharp trying to go around the outside of the 29, and everyone up next to those chocolate chips. 2 laps complete, and the teammates now going for duking at it for the race lead. They can play it safe than sorry right now, Dean.
Yeah, it's just all depends where you want to start as well. You win this race, you're going to start 3rd. You finish 2nd, you're going to start 6th. So sometimes you want to kind of play where you want to start the feature in.
Stewart looking for traction off of turn number 2. Sort of helped him out. 16:89 last lap. Better by 2/10 the 7.23. So let's see if Stewart can find his way past. We've got 2 to go, Brandon.
Hey, kind of make that cut down lane, kind of try to work that. You got some good momentum down the front stretch. He's going to go side by side coming into turn 3.
But watch out for Glenn Sharp, though. Zach, he's the quickest guy on track as we've got 1 to green.
Yeah, you got these 2 teammates up front battling. Meanwhile, Shark smells the blood in the water here, and he's going to try for a crossover here coming out of 2.
What a slider from Steven Stewart down the back chute. He'll let Jacob Brown take a crack at it.
Hang on.
Hail Mary to turns number 3 and 4. This is going to be a photo finish of the line. Oh my goodness.
Great
Jacob
race.
Brown by 0.03 of a second.
I think that's Jacob's first win in coast to coast.
Wow. Alrighty, time for the Osh Weekend Speedway warm-up. We'll take a break here. Stand by. First feature coming up next to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We are back here at Volusia Speedway Park as we get set to go for some more action. Joseph Grandy, currently your quickest driver on the track at a 16.838. First of 3 features set for this evening. Hello to Megan checking in. He says, hi Marty, hi Dean. Why do Zach and Brandon not get highs? I don't know.
Probably
get it.
because, well, I probably haven't told her about Shaggy.
Yeah.
So,
That hurts. That's why.
well,
I can't see the video.
well, I haven't been live on Monday nights for a while.
I could do that. I
You
don't
know what? You know what's worse, Zach, is that she knows about me and she still doesn't even say hi to me. So
That does make me feel better.
All right, checkers are out here on warm-ups, and 100 grand is the quickest. We're ready to meet the field for our first 30-lap feature of the night. Here is the RSN Trackside starting lineup. On the pole, the Ant-Man, the champ, Anthony Morano in the 32. Next to him, Michael Vitale in the 213. Row number 2, Jacob Brown in the 723. And next to him, it's Joseph Grandy in the 518. Row 3, Sam Bachman in the 107. Next to Steven Stewart in the 29. Row number 4, it's Dean Reynolds in the 79. And B-Temp, Brandon Templeton in the number 31. Rounding out the top 10, it's Glenn Sharp in the number 099, and Brandon Dittmer, BD, the Spider Monkey, in the 83. Row 6, Superman, Kurt Schatzer in the 218, and the Mayor, Steve Bixner, in the 75. Row 7, Dylan Kinsey in the 639, and Soupy, Dan McLaren, in the 88. Row number 8, Matt Schaefer in the 183, and Harold Klump in the 00. Row number 9, Jake Henry in the 171, next to Canada Connor in the 35. Row 10, it's Jeff Barker in the 513, the Bird of the Beast. Next to Tyler Flynn in the 831. No call for Bobby Good here in this feature as we get set to go racing. Time for picks. Brandon, we'll start with you.
oh boy, I guess I'll go with Morano. There ain't nobody else.
Oh, you went on a limb.
What do you got, Dino?
I'm going to take Sam Bachman.
Go Sam
I
Bachman.
gotta go with FTM teammate.
All right, Zach.
100 grand.
Go
The pick.
100 grand. Give me Jacob Brown.
Gonna be interesting with Vitali and Bachman go for second points. I got the best seat in the house for that.
You definitely do. So, well, boys, best of luck. Hopefully, we talk to you guys on the podium.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, 1 lap to green. We are set to go for our first feature and the Lucy Olsen start for championship night. Gonna be a good one around the corner. Steve King Foundation pace car set to make the left-hand turn on the pit road. The champion Vitali, bring us the green. First feature's underway. It's time to get it on. Maybe not. A spin as we take the green. Sam Bachman and Jeff Barker get together. I tell you what, Barker has had the worst luck to get things started.
Yeah, not too sure. Gonna have to go back and take a look at this thing, but man, yeah, Jeff Barker, tough break for him. Yeah, I mean, he can't do anything right. No matter where he goes, he gets involved in something.
Here's a look at Jacob Brown as we came to the green flag. I wonder, oh, contact off of Joseph Grandy and the 007 had nowhere to go.
Yep, you're exactly right. Jacob Brown just tightened up a little bit when he got on the gas and bounced off Joseph Grandy, and nowhere for Samuel Bachman to go, and just collects him. And looking back at it here, I guess Jeff Barker, he slowed down. He was smart. He slowed down enough to not get any damage, but still he's going to lose spots coming to a stop like
See,
that.
when somebody slows down just enough, it will trigger them on my live timing. They were involved in an accident.
Oh, trust me, Marty. SDK makes me look crazy sometimes to get that red box and it's just a guy slowing down. But I wonder, the caution happened so fast, I believe, Marty. Normally on the first lap, we'll go double file again, I think. I don't think they'll throw a single file.
Yeah, we'll keep this double file. It's, I believe, 2 double file restarts, if not 3, and then single file the rest of the way. So not really any changes, but the man with the plan at the moment is Brandon Dittmer up 3 spots off the start of this one. I believe same with Brandon Templeton. No correction, he's in 6th.
Dittmer gets to restart on the high side again, which is, I mean, that's where you want to be. You see cars tightening up, bouncing down. You want to be on the high side to get by that. You'll get a big run out of 2, but pace car's off. We're getting ready to roll here, Marty.
Our time it's going to update here in just a moment as we come back to green. 1 lap in the books. Morano, good jump. Oh my goodness, 4 wide nearly. I saw 4 wide at Weedsport last night in 305 sprint action. I didn't want to see it again at Volusia. Lap 1 bucks sliding by Morano, lap 2 rather. As Joseph Granny peeks underneath the runner-up spot on Vitali. Let's see if he can get it done off of 2.
Just no room for him to peek in there and throw sliders. Vitali's right on the back of Morano, but man, Grandy, he's going to give it a shot. He's got to wonder if he's got that thing geared up enough for the bottom or if he geared it up to bring it home on the top.
We also have Steven Stewart, Dean Reynolds, Brandon Templeton under the blanket for 4. Again, everyone was looking the high side back in heat races. The slow line may start to come in, especially under a long run. Morano's the one testing it out at the moment, and we know how good he is on the long run.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets his preferred line, if he's got enough room, he's getting to drive around, experiment a little bit. If these guys let him get comfortable, they're in for a long 30 laps. So they got to put pressure on this 32 as quick as they can.
Steven Stewart gets up to the chocolate chips, has to hang on to it. Back in the 6th spot, 3 wide for 7. And look who's on the charge of the 639. Dylan Kinsey started 13, it's up to 8 as we work lap number 7. As we got a battle for the lead, Vitali got up to that core of Anthony Morano, I believe. Could not capitalize on it. He is right there on that scoreboard.
Yeah, you see just two completely different lines in turn one. It looked like Murano was going to walk away, but the run that 213 car gets up top is just phenomenal. So much so that the 32 is going to go up top this time and try it out.
Connor Ross has pulled the car off the track. He's done tonight. Joseph Grandy takes a peek downstairs for second. See if he can get it. He can.
Yeah, we've seen him take a couple peeks down there, and meanwhile, check out who in fourth, Dino. He's getting this thing down together. He's running some smooth laps. He wants to get in this picture for the win here.
He likes what he sees underneath Grandy and tried to go underneath Vitale here. He pushed him pretty wide. Now it's side by side for second, just what Murano wants. He wants to try and pull away. Get under him. Take the second spot away from Vitale. Wants that bite off the turn four. Nearly got second to the line and nearly made contact with the left rear sneaker.
Yeah, and you know, that's almost where you just want to go up there and rub that guy a little bit to break some momentum, but it messed up his corner entry. As you see now, Dean, can he complete the pass for third place? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to carry the momentum coming off the fourth.
Look how tight this racing is on the 5-lap average. Way too close to call. You would guess either Kinsey or Vitale, the best drivers on track at the moment. Watch the race for the lead. Vitale all over Murano. Let's see if Vitale looks low. He doesn't. Let's see if there's different moves that are made here. Vitale keeps it low. Murano, nice defense at the moment.
Yeah, and you said it, he's playing excellent defense. Took his line away there. It's almost like he's a fortune teller. You see the future. I mean, he took it away there from Michael, and Michael knows before that 518 runs them back down, he's got to make his move for the lead. If he throws a bad slider, he could lose a spot to Grandy if he doesn't time this thing.
Vitale's got to think, when do I make the move? He's thinking like Pato O'Ward in the Indy 500. When was I going to make my move for the lead? He made that move, the white flag with one to go. I thought that was a perfect move. He did everything he could. But unfortunately, Joseph Newgarden had a huge draft.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just don't have fate on your side. Newgarden able to go back-to-back, but man, Murano, he wants nothing more than to bring home a championship trophy and a win here at Volusia in the same night.
15 up, 15 down. Murano caught the wall, though. Right in front. Oh, he just got lucky.
Oh, my God.
Four-leaf clover out of his fire suit for the caution flag to come out.
Yeah, we both know where he hid that thing.
Dan McLaren has crashed in the 88. Here's a look at what happened. Contact with Schaefer. Sends him around and head on. Ooh, I think maybe there may have been another driver involved too.
Yeah, Matt Schaefer just gets a little loose in the middle of the corner, diamonds down in front of Dan McLaren, who wasn't expecting it at all. Suki just went around, and I know for a fact that if he knew what kind of battle we were having at the front, I mean, he did all he could to save that thing. He didn't want to caution me.
Should have time to show that to you real quick. Yeah, we do. Look at this. And Vitale nearly hit the 32. There was contact between Vitale and Grandy. That could be possibly 2x there.
And it didn't look like he got into the wall too hard, but Marty, with the way that thing bicycled up in the air, you gotta wonder how that left front feels right now for that 32. And you know, even if it's fine, just the thought that you're sitting in the car thinking about it can rattle your lap times again, and maybe not be as aggressive as he was on the bottom. And we know when you run the bottom, you have to be aggressive. You got to get inside close to that wall and find that pack. So he's got to clear his head and get his rhythm back.
That left front looks a little bit more tilted than any of the other cars out here, just from my perspective. So we're about to come back to green. We are past the halfway point. Another double file restart. Watch closely at that 639. Dylan Kinsey up 7 spots. He restarts outside of row number 3.
Green flag, green flag.
And Murano went on the green flag, decided not to go on his own pace. He has the 213 cleared. One driver hits the inside wall. David Templeton. Dean Reynolds tries to go around the outside of Grandy for third. And And now Morano takes it back underneath, trying the slider line once again. And now 2 car lengths on Vitale. And Reynolds got third at the line, but now he may have gotten way too high in those chocolate chips.
Yeah, just overdriving entry a little bit. I mean, you see he has success coming off, but if he would just back up that corner entry just a little bit more, he'd find himself right here in the battle for the lead, because regardless of his mistakes, he has got a lot of speed right now.
Vitale caught the bumper of Morano. You saw it up over the 213. Vitale trying to pounce.
And at the same time, Joseph Grandy glanced off the inside wall in turn 1, and that gave Dean Reynolds P3. So go to work, Dino.
Dino wants this race lead away. Let's see if he can do it. Vitale tries the second group. Doesn't work though. Morano still hanging on. Reynolds low for second.
Yeah, Vitale's trying everything he can, but he just opened the door for the 79, and he is fast down there, Marty.
10 laps to go in this feature. 4 drivers battling for the race lead at the moment. Best car on the track. Oh, we got one slow. That's Jacob Brown. He pulls a pit side, but no, we go to yellow. And apparently, we may have the yellow flag, not for Jacob Brown, but maybe for Tyler Flynn. Let's take a look. Oh, Tyler lost the right front tire. So we had an accident with those two. And yeah, we saw the 17 come to a slight stop. I think we may have something here. Let's take a look. Let's see here. Watch. Glenn Sharp and Jacob Brown, they get together on the floor. And that is how, oh man, right front goes away off the 831. Everyone kept it. This was in the back of the pack. That's why we did not see the yellow fly at that moment.
That's one of those times where you want to grab iRacing by the neck. You know, sometimes we don't get cautions, and those guys did a great job of getting back in the pits, but he just slowed down, I mean, a hair too much to throw that caution out. But what's he going to do when he doesn't have the right front? He did exactly what he needed to do.
Single file restart is coming up here. We're under 10 laps to go. Hold it up for a moment for the yellow flew. Let's pull it up here once again. The 5-lap average. Times have dissipated at the moment. The best driver, that is way too close to call with the way this racing's been. Morano looking to lead all 30 laps and take home an Open 358 championship alongside it. Back to green.
Vitale didn't get the best jump, but Tino, man, right on that 213. One mistake, and we're going to have a new guy in P2 here.
Randy didn't get the best start. Kinsey tried to go for fourth, and now it's door-to-door off the corner. Tino taking a peek. Vitale hanging on to second with 8 laps to go. Is that single file restart what Morano wanted?
Yeah, especially when the guy in P2 is a little asleep at the wheel like that. It gets the rest of the pack racing, and you can just go to town. And barring a big mistake here from our leader, he may have this one locked up unless the 213 gets his head down.
7 laps to go for Anthony Morano. 120-point lead coming into the 9th drop. Back here for that number 32 Full Throttle Motorsports team. 3 wins on the year. 4 damage clearance crash. No caution. We stay green. When we watch the battle for Dylan Kinsey going to be a factor. That is 3 wide. Look at Grandy. Try to thread the needle and go 2 for 1. Oh, Kinsey touches the Uke tires. And somehow that car is staying straight without any damage. You see how high he got off the air?
No idea how that left front's still attached and not sitting in pit road. That's a wild ride. He needs to thank his mechanic after this one.
Battle for the race lead now. Vitale up on the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Looks for drive off in turn 2. Great exit off the corner. Vitale is there. We've got 3 to go at this time by.
All right, man.
Oh, the caution flag comes out, and it's for Kinsey. Templeton Sharp also in it.
Anthony Morano, we have never seen a guy be so lucky in a race, Marty. That 2 times, arguably, he's maybe going to lose the lead. The guy in P2 gets a run and a caution comes out. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was Dino's corner, and unfortunately, teammates get together. You see Glenn Sharp involved. Let's go for a ride on board. See, he's in the middle of traffic, and it's tough for a lot of drivers to avoid it and not even know that he's there. Saw Jeff Barker miss it even with the left front flat. Go on board Templeton. See, he gets sideways and in front of Steven Stewart. One more here, Glenn Sharp. Now he's in the back of the pack. This is like he's not even gonna know it until the yellow flag flies. And then right there he sees it. Not a lot of time to react, but the thing was, he was committed to the bottom.
No, and you know as well as I do, you get in the brakes in these things, he's just going to do a 360 into him anyway. So you got to kind of throttle your way out of it. And at that point, he was just committed. Couldn't really adjust his line, and tough break.
All right, we've got 3 laps to go. What do Vitale, Reynolds, or Grandy have for Anthony Morano, or will the Ant-Man crawl his way to an Open 358 championship? We're about to find out.
Green, green, green.
Another late restart. Here we go.
Oh, look at that great
for
jump.
second. What a jump from the 79. Trying to get the runner-up spot. That'd be big for Full Throttle Motorsports. Be a 1-2 finish, and that would just let Morano cruise for the win. But you know, Dino wants that win badly, Zach. 2 laps to go.
That's what I was going to say. He's running out of time. You know, these things, hey, got thick side panels. You use them up, get them elbows out. It's time to get racing for the podium.
Vitale up in the attic. Contact with Grandy. 5:18 hangs on. White flag is out. We're on the last lap. Vitale trying to close on Anthony Morano. It's a car length off of turn number 2. Vitale's going to have to pull some, grab it out of a hat if he wants to get it done. Try to pull off an iRacing move off of turn number 4. Can he get the top shelf to work? No. Morano wins it at Volusia. He wins and takes home the Open 358 championship.
You talk about a battle to the line, though. 100 grand stole the final step of the podium from Dino right at the line by a 100th of a second. What a race there for the final step.
So Morano wins and takes the championship alongside it. Heck of a race, that's for sure. Randy edged out Dino by 12 thousandths of a second. Wow. So Morano wins, Vitale second, Grandy third, Reynolds fourth, Schatzer fifth, Templeton sixth, Bachman seventh. Matt Schaefer, the hard charger, from 15th to 8th after Dylan Kinsey wrecked in the final laps. Had Brandon Dittmer 9th and Jake Henry round out the top 10. Let's go look at 11th through 20th. 11th was Harold Klump. Give credit to him from 16th through 11th. Of course, the heartbreak, Steven Stewart, Jacob Brown, amongst others. So we're set to talk to your top 3. Let's begin with Joseph Grandy, 100 grand. Joseph, a nice run for you tonight. How did you steal third there at the end from Dino?
I felt like I was faster than Dean the whole race. I just made a mistake that one time, hit the inside wall, and he got by me. Just trying to be patient, waiting for my time, and ended up happening to be right at the end, I guess.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Joseph, did you feel like maybe tonight you had a race-winning car as well?
It was pretty even up front. I think for the most part, whoever started in the lead is probably going to stay there. But any of these guys in the top 5 can contend any night.
Other than that, what positives do you take away from that?
Fun race. I haven't raced with Coast to Coast in a while. I'd like to do a little more next season, and great group of guys, and just hopefully do a little more racing next season.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Cadillac Recovery, West End Tone Repair, all the guys over at Inferno Motorsports, Coast to Coast, all the guys behind the scenes, and you, Marty, for doing the broadcast.
All right.
Joseph, you going to be at Glen Ridge on Sunday?
I will not.
358s. Come on, brother.
Maybe I'll check. I might check.
358 series race. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me go see there, dude. Thanks.
Yeah. Good job, Justin.
I forgot it was a 358 series race because I got to be at Fonda Saturday night for CRS.
There you go.
Oh,
Let me know. Let me know.
I was at Glen Ridge last year and I thought it was decent. So I gotta see who's there. I gotta see who makes the trip up. Then we'll see. So, second place finisher Michael Vitale. We'll let Zach take this one.
Hey, Mike, Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
What's up, Shaggy? I got you.
Hey, man, dude, I'll tell you what. I don't know where he hid the horseshoe in the car tonight, but Mike, every single time you had to run on this guy for the lead, a caution came out. You got to be a little frustrated.
To be up there, up on his bumper like that, and just get up to the front nose to nose, and then the caution comes out. Yeah, it gets a little frustrating, but Tony, he was hard to pull off 1 and 2. I had a good run coming off 3 and 4 on the top side, but hats off to him, and congratulations to his championship as well.
Yeah, we saw him getting good jumps on the restart, and Dino was able to pressure you there on the final start. Was that just the kryptonite tonight? Was that the dagger? It took you too long to be able to run him back down?
I was a little nervous on that restart because I knew Dean probably knew when he was going to fire. So I didn't want to cut down too low, but I did want to get down to bottom 1 and 2 as quick as possible. Kind of put me up in the middle section there, and I actually got a pretty good bite coming off. So, a little bit of kryptonite, but you know what? I'll take a second.
Just to let you know, Michael, I wasn't in the Discord. I'm actually in the booth with the guys, and they mute me. So I had no countdown. I just happened to see Morano's car twitch, and I went for it.
Well, you know me. I'm going to tell you. I'm like, well, he might have it, he may not. But
and then it was funny that you say about the middle 1 and 2, because when I got under you going in, I thought that's what I was going to need, and I tell you, it did stick for you.
Yeah, it did. It did stick in the middle there. That was a good race.
Yeah, I mean, with Anthony low and you high, I was trying to make the middle work, and then Grandy's all over my butt. That was a great race. Good job, man.
No, it was. Yeah, you too, Dean.
Well, hey, Mike, man, we love your positivity. It's infectious, and you're exactly right. A second place to Anthony. I mean, that's a win in most races. So
no doubt.
Can't really complain about that. But you got anybody you want to thank on that middle step of the podium tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank my wife for letting me do this day in and day out. Billy Roberts over at Gears Unlimited, Jake, Randy, and Nick, my teammates. You guys for putting this on, Coast to Coast, for putting this race night together for us on a weekly basis, and you for broadcasting, brother. Thank you.
Well, hey, man, congratulations once again, and make sure you're back here next season.
Absolutely.
We need Anthony to sweat in that championship a little bit.
That's it. All right, brother. You take care.
Good run, Michael.
Hey,
So Michael Vitale finishing second. Let's go to victory lane and talk with your race winner and Anthony Morano and your series champion on the season. Anthony, before I'm not trying to say that you were this, but where were you hiding the 4-leaf clover tonight? Because there were times you were about to lose the lead and then boom, caution flag.
I was waiting for him to lose the left front tire.
I got lucky twice there. I was talking to Mikey about it there. It's like, man, twice you had me, and yellow came out just as you were coming out of the corner, and I got lucky as hell. But sometimes it's better be lucky than good.
Absolutely, that's for sure. So, how did you feel about your car as a whole tonight? I mean, started on pole, win heat 1, everything was perfect on the cards for you.
I kind of struggled in qualifying, missed turn 1 both laps, like a putz that I am. But Yeah, car felt good. DJ was actually building a setup as we were going along for us. So, I mean, cars, all the FTM cars were on rails tonight. Just couldn't go wrong. Top, bottom, middle, didn't matter where I went. Car felt great. But as you guys have seen 1,000,001 times, if there's a bottom, I'm going to use it up. So, yeah, I went a little more gear than I think Dylan and Sam went with. But man, that thing was just on a rail all night.
You know what won this race for you?
Yellow flag.
You going up top in 3 and 4 when I had that run in the heat.
Hey,
That was a good move.
Turn 3 is always better in the top, it seems.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to go up there because the lap before you stayed low. I said, stay down there, stay down. Ah, crap. That was a good move.
Yeah, just had to get up there and try to get that better run out coming out of 4 because there just wasn't there on the bottom yet.
What gear did you run?
560.
That's what I had. Okay, that's the same. Yep.
Anthony, what do you take away from this season? An incredible year. You've been dominant. 4 wins on the season for you.
Yeah, like I said, the setups we have over there from Gunnar Swan and Swan Speed Shop is just incredible. I mean, you really can't go wrong. And then, he put in a setup here in Discord. Dean actually put it in there in the Discord for everyone to use. We all use that some nights too. I mean, it's a good base setup to use and tinker with a little bit of gear and maybe some brake bias, stuff like that. But I mean, it's just an incredible year. I mean, I thank Dean for helping me out with a lot of stuff that he has over the years, and I was always working with me, and DJ and Sam and Dylan and Clay helps me out, and Logan is always helping out. It's really not just it's a team effort over at FTM. Everyone puts their 2 cents in. We get what we got to get, and it shows at the end of the season.
Absolutely does, man. Well, congratulations. A heck of a win. Well-deserved. And looking forward to seeing how you run next year.
Good season, brother.
Thanks, Dino. You too, Marty.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoy watching your broadcast over there on Dirt Vision, Marty.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Dean and I had fun up there last night, so.
Yes, we did.
What time did y'all get home? Like 2:30, 3 o'clock?
2:30 for me. I wasn't in bed till 4.
I was 1:45.
Yeah, it was a late night for sure.
Yeah, so. All right, man. Congratulations.
Good run, brother.
Anthony Morano taking the win and is the champ. We're going to step aside and go to break. When we come back, it's Rebels action on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Right when we were talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat. Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
Yeah, because he still has one drop. Everyone else has
We are
two.
back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network as we're getting set to go for Rebels action here at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville. Dean, there's your racetracks and sunsets.
Oh, God, I didn't even notice. Yes, turn 3. Let me go out there and put the car out there so I can get a photo later.
Yeah, get the car out there and post the
Yeah,
photo.
yeah,
Why not?
it's all about photo. Yep.
Yes,
There we
it
go.
is. I
There we go.
couldn't find the sunset last night at Weed Sport.
No, there was weird because that hazy gray sky came in, and it's like it was weird. So there was nothing to do. It was, it was just weird setting. Luckily, London,
Common
England.
Canada setting the earth on fire again.
Damn it, Canada. But we'll welcome you back into the booth here. Marty Sakal alongside Zach Chapman, Dean Reynolds, and Brandon Dimmer. I probably should not have said that considering this is coast to coast. But also, obviously, it is our regular Monday Night Madness, but also let's remember what today is. It is not just a holiday, not just a free day, but also a day to remember the men and women that sacrificed their lives. So we can be free today on this May 27th of 2024. And whenever we've got the greatest day of racing, all the opening ceremony festivities are incredible to pay tribute to our military.
Too bad the weather interfered with a lot of the big events there for with Kyle Larson and getting him back to Charlotte.
Yeah, that was a bummer. I want to see him running next year. Unless weather is a factor, I want to see him
He
run
said
next
he's
year.
definitely going to give it another try.
Yeah.
I mean, he brings it home in the top 5 if he doesn't have that pit issue.
Well, as long as he has a win, so he's guaranteed in the chase, it actually doesn't really matter if he misses Charlotte.
No, he does. He does still need an exemption from NASCAR, but he's more than likely going to get it.
Look at that sunset now, Marty, while we're doing time trials.
Hang on. Ooh, even better. Even better, Dean. So, qualifying underway for the B Division Rebels. We are watching the Bassman Roger Craig going down the first lap. And that's 13.85 for Dean Reynolds. Craig goes 14.01. So again, we know who the champ is in Rebels. He won $70 from all three of the four yesterday or last week. And that, of course, is the boss, Ross Corino. Gavin Chatham goes quick time. Nice lap for him at 13.734. Bryce Odell trying to improve on his lap. He doesn't. 13.86. Gavin Chatham slower on lap number 2. Been told that Corinna may be having some internet issues possibly. Steven Stewart moves up to 5th quick on lap 1. Let's watch Jacob Brown.
Let's forget to change that.
Middle groove of this racetrack. Is this a better lap? It is. 13.90 for the 7.23. So Gavin Chatham the quickest at a 13.734 here in qualifying.
2 tenths separate the top 11. That's one of the closer qualifying sessions we've seen.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Very tight. Never thought of that.
I sandbagged these time trials great tonight.
Begin with heat race number 1
Look
here.
at that.
Brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole. Oh my gosh, he did it again. Dean Reynolds in the 79 on pole position. Next to him, Steven Stewart in the 29. Row 2, Bryce Odell in the 62 and Gavin Chatham in the 99. Row number 3, Jacob Brown in the 723. And the Bassman, Roger Craig in the 747. Running off the grid on row number 4, Steve Maurer in the 888. And the boss, Ross Corina, in the 10. Dean told me this is a throwback paint scheme. Jeff Swindell, you said, correct?
Yes, Jeff Swindell from the mid-90s when he ran with Two Winners Racing. So Ross Corenta and Velocity Race Designs did this. This is my favorite Jeff Swindell car, and he nailed it. He just put my Style 79 on it, and everything else is exactly like what Jeff Swindell had.
Looks even better when you do a wheelie.
Yeah, you know. Can't go fast, you gotta look dramatic.
That is true. So, Dino, best of luck.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll put his mic on pause as we get set to go. This is going to be a fun heat, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think Dean knows he learned his lesson there in that first heat. He didn't slam the door shut on the guy on the outside, so wouldn't be surprised if we see him get his elbows out and slam the door shut.
We'll have to see. These are sprint cars, though. Need a quick reaction time than you do in any other race car. 360 sprints are underway for Reynolds. Reynolds up the racetrack. Again for second. Oh, a big set from Stewart underneath. Decides not to use the slider line as Dino gets lap number 1, Brandon.
Yeah, and this momentum on the outside is going to be absolutely huge. Maybe when we get to the feature, that bottom side is going to come in. It came in a lot in the matinee earlier today, but we'll see if that track kind of slicks off and brings that bottom back in.
Looked like there, Chatham may have made some slight contact. Watch out, Roger Craig. Sideways in the fluff. Finds a way to save it. Kisses the wall. Taking out with his fellow retread, his fellow salty dog, and Steve Maurer.
You said it, though. That 99 really has the wick turned up. He got close to the 79, and one mistake from Dino, man. He's going to lose this lead, but he's on rails right now up on the high side.
Chatham nearly pulled up. Did he use the slide job in the corner with halfway up? Not just yet. Dean, though, in the chocolate chips, hangs on to it. Let's see, does Chatham wait here like Paddle did?
Yeah, I just don't think we saw Dean there run the slider line almost in 3 and 4, and he knows right now if he runs that slider line in 3 and 4 from here on out, he was quick. I think he's got this thing locked down.
Best race on track, the battle for 4, Bryce Odell and Jacob Brown. Odell, nice qualifying effort for him last week in Port Royal, trying to become a contender.
Dean caught the wall.
Win $70 as, Brandon, he said it. Dean caught the wall. Chatham has closed in, so we're coming to the white flag.
He just wanted to make it look a little interesting here. He can't ever make anything too easy on himself. But, man, he's floating up here in the chocolate chips again. 99, big run down the backstretch.
But you got slow car in Steve Maurer, lets the leaders go. Dino's on pole. Chatham second, Stewart third, Odell fourth, Brown fifth, Maurer sixth, Greg seventh, Corinna eighth. We actually had the Salty Dogs get together. An interesting night at the home tonight.
Oh my God!
I had to say it.
You're awful, Marty.
Ouch.
You know, Dean. After watching me in the matinee and me hitting that wall so many times, I figured you would have tried to stay away from it more than I did.
Oh, the car got so tight when I did that slider and it got hooked in the chips and it turned right. I'm like, I thought I was going to do a Dittmer.
We now move to Heat 2, brought to you by Full Throttle Motorsports. Here's how it looks. Dan McLaren and J.J. Odell on the pole, or on the front row for this heat. Row number 2, Canada Connor Ross, the 35, next to the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer, and the Pizza Ranch 83 scheme. Row number 3, Tyler Flynn in the 831, on the outside of the 19 of Talon Ulibarri, carrying the USA colors. Running up the grid, the Mayor Steve Bixler in the 75. All right, Brandon, best of luck in this race.
What, sir?
Thank you.
Ross is coming back. So another back row challenge. Do we give him another $20 if he does it?
That's a good question.
Because he's got to do it no matter what because he's coming in.
That is true. We'll see if his internet holds up here. All right, we're green for you too.
Soupy took a page out of Dino's book, threw that slider in there, hooked up on top, and now it's smooth sailing. But Connor,
oh my
God!
What?
He was higher than the fence. Hope he's okay. You okay, Marty? Yes. Breathe, dog. Breathe. Shaggy, give a little commentary because Marty's done.
Yeah, Dan McLaren, he didn't have the best view of it, and he probably enjoys that as he enters turn 3 here on lap number 3. Pretty sizable lead, but Talon Ulibarri, he was able to really climb up through the field and go through that wreck. Not too sure I saw Brandon Dittmer. He collected some of that. And, that front wing looks a little bit damaged on that 83. So
he got the backstretch wall again. He's like 50% success rate of hitting that backstretch wall.
he had to call you out on it and smart off. So.
Marty, okay? If you had contacts in, they would have blown right out of your eyes.
They probably will know. You guys take the rest of this heat. I'm still speechless.
Dave McLaren here, 3 to go this time by, but that 19, Dino, he's really run him down these last couple laps, and Dittmer's in the wall again.
Yeah, I told you, 50% every other lap. Yeah, Talon's really got a good lane. He's keeping that car straight. Oh, look at that little block there by Dan. I think that just won him the race because it got Talon right out of the throttle there.
Yeah, but you know how those Australians get, man. They get aggressive, so Dan better hope he doesn't run him back down here. White flag, final time around.
Yeah, but the Canadians aren't afraid to brawl either.
They like to brawl with kind words.
And hockey sticks.
Yeah, and hockey sticks. But coming out of 4, Dan McLaren's going to win heat race number 2, followed by Talon Ulibarri, Brandon Dittmer, Tyler Flynn, Steven Bixler, and I didn't get to it in time. So
all right, I am alive. We got to watch. Wow, he really was higher than the fight.
Is Odell okay?
I don't know. He won wing first into the catch fence. My bigger concern is, are the fans okay in the stands?
Well, where did the wing land? Because the wing came off the car.
Just didn't see that coming. Wow. What did Connor see?
Right there, that's the reason Lincoln Speedway got rid of the flag, man. Installed the virtual flag.
Oh, GG. Yeah, caught the Uke tire. Warm-up time here, so we'll step aside the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Can't park there, Connor.
We are back here, and see that Connor Ross just hit the wall. We still don't know what the heck happened with JJ Odell. He is on track. They got the backup now, but he just fit quickly. So, say hello to a couple people checking in. Hello to Jason Butterfield. Thanks for coming out to Weed Sport last night and enjoying 305 sprints.
Yeah, he was down in turn 1, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
His son was doing photos in the infield. Dylan Kinsey says, "What a car I had tonight." Megan says, "Where's Buddy?"
In the windowsill. Yeah, still there. Yeah,
Less
still
number rooting for Steven and Talon. Joe Dirt rooting for Steve Maurer and Steve Bixler. Spangler says the stats are up running. And happy birthday as well to Blessed Number as well. The Goose as well, Chad Cote, checking in. So, all right.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Feature time. Let's meet the field and give you the RS and trackside starting lineup. On the pole position, it's Dean Reynolds in car number 79. Next to him, it's Dan McLaren in the 88. Row number 2, Gavin Chatham in the 99. Next to Talon Ulibarri in the 19. Row 3, Steven Stewart in the number 29. And the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Row 4, Bryce Odell in the 62. And Tyler Flynn in the 831. Rounding out the top 10 this evening, Jacob Brown in the 723 and Steve Bixler in the 75. Row number 6, Steve Maurer in the 888 and Canada Connor Ross in the 35. Row number 7, the Bassman, Roger Craig in the 747. Next to him is JJ Odell in the 26. Rounding out the field, Ross Carina in car number 10. Hey, I just thought of something. Ready? What do you call a man with the first name of JJ and flies into the catch fence?
Ugh.
JJ the jet plane?
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Oh.
You're going back to
Oh.
way childhood days.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm old enough to know that, too.
I have to give him that nickname possibly, so. Alrighty. Dino, best of luck. Brandon, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Alright, 1 lap to green here. Zach, who are you picking to win tonight?
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Ross Carina.
You're going back to front with Ross. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I tell you what, give me Gavin Chatham for the win here tonight. Been a while since we've seen him in victory lane. So give me Chatham to take the checkers. So field is down the back, ready for the Lucy Olsen start. Steve King Foundation pace truck makes the left-hand turn to pit road. Full throttle and Venom make up the front row for the Rebels. It's time to get it on.
Soupy with a good jump there at the green, able to get out in front of the 79. And Gavin Chatham in the inside wall. Oh, big
Crash.
foul!
Oh, man, Jacob Brown flipping and flying. JJ the jet plane. I think we've got Jacob the jet plane now.
Man, that was just, he was a victim there. He didn't know where he could really go. Accident happened right in front of him. Man.
Here's a look at what happened at the design.
Oh.
723. Hopped over the 62 and bam. And then went off the Uke tire that sent him flying even more.
That's got to have Dittmer jealous with how hard he hit that backstretch wall there.
Yep, ramped over the Hoosier tires, and man, look at that flight. Watch Steve Maurer here, too. Nowhere to go. Had a hole, just couldn't gas it up enough.
Talk about a lifesaver, too, for that 99 of Gavin Chatham. He was going to lose a butt ton of spots there, but with that caution coming at the right time, going to pull him in back into third.
So we'll try this once again. We are 1 lap to green with Dino out in front.
thought we were too, but it looks like they still have the pace lights on. We're gonna go around one more time.
I don't see.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't
You're on
live,
replay.
Marty. I was on replay. Gotta love that. Gotta love it.
All right, so Dino controls the pace here. As we come back to green, 1 lap on the board. What a jump for
Green,
Dino.
green.
Damn, McLaren shut the door on the 99 at Gavin Chatham, and that's exactly what Dino wants to see in that mirror. Go ahead, race at it,
Oh,
guys.
look out. Ulabari got pitched up in the wall by Gavin Chatham. Somehow hangs on to it back in 5th. Now tries to thread the Nino and back to yellow. Oh, boy. This time the yellow flags for Connor Ross. Man, that was borderline to be an extracurricular accident. Connor catches Flynn and hard in the inside wall and over.
Yeah, kind of a racing deal there. Flynn comes down a little bit, but at the same time, Ross is coming up, and, you know, Flynn doesn't know Ross is there. Well, Ross can see that car, so he's just got to maybe next time back out of the throttle a little bit. Man, you want to be aggressive and you want to get those spots where you can.
Ouch. Luckily, the tether did its job on the left front, and we lost our camera angle on Connor. Our GoPro broke. We have our final double file restart coming up here with 2 laps of the book, so hopefully we get a long run going. $18 people checking in here tonight. That's awesome to see. Again, if you have just joined us, let us know who you're rooting for here tonight.
Yeah, coming down the backstretch, though, here Dino's got to be thinking, you know, he wants this thing to stay green. He's been getting good restarts. He just needs to get a little momentum, start rolling that thing around. He doesn't want Ross and Corinna to keep getting these free spots here.
Green
Back
flag,
to the green
flag.
flag.
What a jump for Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin Chatham, big benefactor of that restart, moves up into the runner-up spot. McLaren in 3rd. Dicker. They try to go around the outside. 3 wide. Ulabari forces the issue. Can Dimmer maybe go 2 for 1? Doesn't get squeezed up in the wall. And look at Ross Corinna. Up 9 spots. Up 10 into 5th. The boss is on the charge.
Yeah, and he's doing it on the bottom. He's looking to duck under that 19. Big run from the center off, and he's got a nose under the left rear of that 19, and he's looking for more, Marty.
Corinna is up to 4th, and we're only on lap number 7. Now looking for 3rd on Brandon Dimmer, who's probably been his biggest adversary on the season. Increase the wall rate once again for BD.
Yeah, you know, that's his worst enemy tonight. Man, he's just got to be frustrated as he gets into the wall again a little bit, but he's able to hold on caution out.
And ladies and gentlemen, Ross Corinna was the quickest man that time by at a 14:67. The yellow flag is out for Steve Bixler and Roger Craig.
Oh, big wreck happened in front of that, Marty. That SDK.
Oh, what in the? That was Tyler Flynn, I believe. Here's the cause for yellow. Oh my goodness. Please don't make me say it once again. Tyler Flynn rode the guard. Oh my goodness. You know what? We may need to bring this back to the lounge tonight. Remember when I used to do the wildest wreck of the night or something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let the guys vote.
Yeah,
which one goes to the
either
top 10
this is up
month,
there
because that's
with
unbelievable.
yeah, this is up there with JJ Odell, Connor Ross. Who else? No, not Connor.
Yeah.
Jacob Brown.
Yeah, Brown. That's right. Yeah, that wild one off of 4. But Connor Ross was involved with that one with Odell. He's the one who hit the inside wall coming out of 4 and came up the track and made Odell go for that wild ride. But man, if you're Dino, you got to have the rosary.
You got to be
out,
nervous,
right, Marty. Yeah, you're saying every prayer you know right now because, man, I picked that 10 car almost as a joke to do it from the back, but it's unbelievable that he can get up here in 7 laps, and he's on a whole nother level right now. So, Gavin, you're gonna have to find something.
It's 5-lap average, a 14.847. Everyone else just about a tenth or two behind.
Green, green, green.
Back to the green flag. Reynolds keeps it around the outside. Chatham and Corinna stay down low. Chatham's got to run for the race lead. All the way next to the Jersey barrier and nearly hits the tire. Wing to wing in the turn 1, Zach.
Yeah, those guys are really finding something center off on the bottom of 1 and 2. There's a big patch of tack down there. They just wait to go full throttle till they hit that tack and they just launch off, and we have a new leader at the line.
Gavin Chatham takes the lead with 10 laps in the books. He may have caught the inside wall though that time, allowing Dino to fight back. Reynolds has got Chatham cleared off for 2. Oh,
yeah,
watch closely.
Yeah, we got the shark in the water, Marty. He's coming, he smells blood.
Ross Corinna, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Can he get the lead? Oh! Chatham goes around! And that puts Corinna to 2nd. And Dino stays out in front. I guess we know who Morano gave the 4-leaf clover to.
Yeah, Dino just got a little loose in the middle off, and when the left rear bites, it just comes down a little bit. He held his line, didn't come down and pinch the 99, but just floated up a little bit.
Actually, it looked like Chatham may have come up at the same time, too. Let's watch the onboard.
Yeah, so he definitely floated up, and I think Gavin's one of the best guys we have in this league. He made sure and spun himself out and didn't take Dean out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a rough break for 99.
Yep, but you definitely, like I say, you just can't respect those guys enough that when they make a mistake, they're quick to react and make them punish themselves rather than the guy who, was running his line and just running up front. You gotta really respect that. Right now, we got both the booth guys in the podium, Marty. So it's looking good for him right now.
Yes,
but
it is.
Dittmer, he's had a mirror full of that Ulibarri the whole race, and I mean, we know what Ross Corinna can do. So both of the booth boys, they're gonna have their hands full with these last 18 or so laps.
Single file restart coming up. Dino fires, wasted no time with that. Caught Corinna slipping. I think that's the best thing you gotta do there.
Yeah, especially with the way the cautions have been coming out. You've got to try to get that jump. It looked like Ross almost got the left rear in the inside wall. He was so close, but man, that launch he gets off and then goes right back to the top in 3 and 4. Get your popcorn out.
Now, if you're a Dino, do you just keep that car on the outside and not touch the wall like that?
You just gotta, I know it's hard, but man, you gotta keep your eyes glued in front of you. Don't look up in that mirror. You know the 10's fast. You gotta do what makes you good. You gotta do what got you here. You know, he was P3 in warm-ups. He's no slouch. He's got the speed. He's just gotta be smooth.
There he goes. Slide job, the boss. Off at turn number 4. Carretta takes the lead on lap 16.
Yeah, and you know, Ross may have just discovered a new line there, Marty, because he not only solidified the pass, he gapped the 79 a little bit on that slider, but he goes right back to the top in 3.
He was better by a third of a second the last time by. Let's go to the race for 4th. Murray, Dittmer, and Odell. This is a fun one. Trying to close on Steven Stewart at the same time. They may go 3 wide off for 2. No, Dittmer goes around with Murray. Watch out, Connor Ross.
And Odell again. Oh, man.
This time
Odell
it's
hit
Bryce
Dittmer.
Odell that pays the price. It is not fun to be named Odell today, that's for sure. Maybe they have a clip count on tonight. Just for this Rebels event alone. Spun into traffic. I think the issue was that Ulibarri did not hold on the brakes, and Connor Ross and Bryce Odell pay the price the worst.
Yeah, it's tough to immediately want to slam that left foot on the brakes, but man, once you're in a car in real life a couple times, you know that's what you need to do. You don't ever want to drift down and get T-boned, but in the virtual world, sometimes frustration gets over, and that's not your immediate instinct, but you see, guys pay for it when you don't do that.
Connor Ross. Yeah, he did not expect one bit. And he is probably fuming at Ulibarri right now, if I were to guess.
Yeah, he had himself a rough night, wrecked out of the 358s, and going to find the same fate here as he had already used his quick repair, so I see he's manually disconnected him and Steve Maurer. That ended their nights there.
So we'll come to green with a new leader in Ross Corinna.
And all of a sudden with that mix-up, we got some new names up here in the top 5, so anxious to see Steven Stewart. He raced his way up to P3, see if he has anything for our leaders here.
Green flag, green flag.
Back to green.
Great restart for Ross Corinna, able to do what Dean had been doing, fired fairly early, and Dean up in the Hershey Kisses, he loses a little speed.
Steven Stewart trying to take away the runner-up spot. Highest the 29 has been tonight. Now, could he have a chance at Ross Corinna possibly?
The sooner the 79 goes away, the better for him, and bad run off of 2, so if Steven wants to run his line, whole track's wide open, and he's got 11 laps here to go get it done.
We're all pretty much single filed out. Top 10 drivers on the list. Remember, top 10 drivers are eligible for Renegades pending IL. The IL's going to go for a lot of drivers. It's Corinna, Stewart, Reynolds, Odell, and Chatham, the top 5. How about Chatham as well, recovering from that spin, back up to 5th. He's got to run on JJ for 4th.
Yeah, and you know, JJ and Dean kind of running that middle line, no man's land almost on corner entry. It's really slick, so you have to watch their throttle, whereas Gavin, he's really slowing down, getting down to the bottom, and look at that acceleration as he's diving low on JJ.
Reynolds actually got tight, which caused Odell to lift for just a moment. So Chatham takes away 4th. Yellow flag is out. 8 to go. Jacob Brown and Steven Bixler gotten together.
Yeah, and Key, the caution coming out right after Gavin Chatham made the pass for 4th, so he's going to have that.
Brown for a position. Ooh. Brown caught the inside wall and then caught Bixler. Around they went. Nice job from Dittmer to miss that. Roger Craig, unfortunately, is on the short end of the stick.
And you said a big deal for Dittmer. I mean, Saw him, he had to fit after that wreck, go get the backup car out, or use the quick repair at least. And he's got himself up to 7th, so he needs to get 2 more guys to race his way into this A race. And you know he wants to run that thing.
Let's show you Roger as well. That's a tough break for Mass Man to miss. Not missing it. Good. Ah, just like what we saw with Ulibarri and Ross. Just like it. Take a look at the 5-lap average once again. And right now, Gavin Chatham currently matching race pace with both Steven Stewart and Ross Corinna. So this could get interesting possibly based on what our race data is showing us.
Yeah, these guys need this thing to stay green flag. These restarts are really helping Ross, you know. The only person that knows when he's going to fire is that man inside that helmet. So they need at least 2 or 3 laps to even get up close to Ross if they want to do anything. So they need a long green flag run here to finish it out. Pace car's diving off though here as we're getting ready to fire.
Green flag, green
Back
flag.
to the green flag.
Pretty good jump from, oh, I jinxed him, Marty. Steven has a pretty good jump, and then he gets in the inside wall, and now the 79. He's going to take a peek here for
Chatham,
P2.
though. Watch Chatham. Oh, he had the door shut from Steven Stewart. Reynolds can't get second yet. Stewart countered back.
Just struggling on the entry to turn 1 is Steven Stewart. Maybe he's turning in a little too early, has to correct. Because there he gets in the inside wall again.
Got it pretty good. Chatham had to back down or else he was hitting the U tires. I think that time Dino edged out for P2.
And this is where when you're Gavin, you don't know where you can go. You know, when Steven hooks up, he's quicker than the 79, but he keeps making mistakes, and Gavin has to keep getting on the binders. He may have to throw it and make it 3 wide here, Marty.
That's what he's trying to do here. How low can you go? It's like limbo. Dean's favorite word.
And they make contact coming out of 2, but Gavin, man, he keeps having to back out of this. You know he's driving with that red mist. He's mad right now, but God.
Look who's got the advantage there. J.J. Odell. What is he? Number 26 back up onto the podium as they come off for turn number 4. White flag is out, 1 to go for the boss. Ross Corinna in the Phantom Motorsports. Velocity Race Design, number 10. Coast to Coast Racing League. Acknowledge him. Ross Corinna is unstoppable. I'm sorry, that was like 1 lap to go. I thought that was 2 to go, but hey, he takes the win.
I was running that's why I was so quiet. I could have swore I saw him wave the checkered flag 2 laps in a row, Marty. I was speechless there whenever that wasn't the end of the race.
Yeah, I thought that was the end of the race as well, but Ross Corinna, though, the winner by 1.5 seconds. Damn it, that would have turned out so good. But we'll talk to your top 3, Corinna, Reynolds, and Odell. Corinna's taking some extra laps to take this one in. I mean, the greatest rebel that we have ever seen. That is for sure.
Yeah,
From
you know,
15th to the win too. Go ahead.
Now him and I have something in common. You know, we're Rebels champions, Marty. I can say I'm just as good as Ross now, right?
Yes, that is sure. Give credit to JJ as well, from 14th to finishing 3rd at the end. So, I mean, what else can you say? Just unstoppable, that's for sure. So, alrighty, I think we got everyone, so we will begin with our third place finisher. Excuse me, and JJ Odell. I'm going to let Zach take this, but first off, JJ, I got to ask, what were your thoughts when you went in there? Oh,
I might
my
need new
goodness.
I was scared.
You were scared.
We were worried about you, JJ. We were wondering if you were okay.
Yeah, that was scary.
We were all scared for you, too, with the impact. So.
Well, hey, JJ, Shaggy up here, man. You're able to bring it home P3, and if not for the best to ever do it, climbing 14 spots, he ripped away the hard charger. But, we talked about that big wreck. Did you think at the start of this race you'd be able to drive yourself up to a podium spot?
Honestly, no. I saw there's a lot of good people in this series, and I thought starting back there was going to be the death of me, but it seemed like a lot of cautions and wrecks went my way, and I was able to fight it up the third.
Well, sometimes luck's got to be on your side. You're able to avoid them, and we saw you using the high side at the end, and truth be told, a lot going up on at the front, so not easy to follow you the whole race. But were you ripping the high line the whole time, or was that something you discovered there towards the end?
Bryce was helping me out, talking to me about it, but I'd like the bottom. I wanted to be on the bottom, but everybody seemed to be down there, so I just figured it was a different line, and it seemed to work.
I tell you, I was looking at the relative, and you were closing in on me like you wouldn't. I actually think there was a couple laps you were faster than Ross, because you were a rocket back there. Wow, I was like, I got 0.6 lead, and next thing I know, it's like a half a lap by, and it's 0.2. I'm like, whoa.
That was awesome. The fastest lap of the race, the last lap, he ran a 15.56. So,
yep, there you go.
Yeah, wow. You had speed at the end of the race.
Yes, you did.
Sure.
Yeah, great job, man.
But JJ, man, we love having you and your brother in here. You guys are awesome. Bring a lot of talent to the league. Who do you want to thank on that third place finish tonight?
First, I want to thank FIFO Racing. I want to thank my brother, Pat. Spangler helps us out a lot too. Well, buy some FFIE and keep it at the top.
Man, what doesn't Patrick Spangler do? He fixes.
Yeah, he helps me too. Yeah.
He schedules all the events. Like, all that guy does is work, man. Yep. Congratulations, JJ, and man, I'm sure we'll be talking to you many more times next season.
I hope so.
All righty, JJ Odell finishing in third. Dino, a nice second place finish for you, but unfortunately, you got to acknowledge your tribal chief in Ross Carina.
Oh, God, it was when he slid me, I wasn't even going to cut down and try to get him back because you know what? You know your role. and there's nothing I am going to do to say I'm going to get Ross Carenta back. So, I actually, the plan was when he got the lead, I was going to run the same lane he was. And just learn. And the guy's a master. I mean, let's face it, the only reason why he's in Rebels because he didn't run enough races to stay in Renegades. He's a Renegade guy. He belongs up there. It's just, but I learned a lot, especially those last 5 laps, because when JJ got really close, I went to the slider line and followed the exact same line Ross did, and I noticed I did get a little gap on JJ there at the end, so I think I learned a little bit with him, but, congrats to him. What a season. I mean, has there been a coast-to-coast season where anyone's won every race but one?
Probably not. That's why.
I mean, that's amazing.
Acknowledging him.
Yeah, that's amazing. But hey, not only does he go fast, he makes great wraps. I got to thank him for the wrap on this car because he's the one that did it. And hey, second place. I'm going to go Renegades again. I'm interested to see what the points are going to be. I don't know if they updated yet, Marty, at all or now.
Well, we know Carina's the champ. I don't know how the points look. I believe Sim Racer Hub is all good to go now. We'll have to look.
I was really hoping too when you said he makes good raps that
Oh yeah,
find him on Spotify. I took that word a totally different
I was hoping
meaning than you said it.
I was hoping you were gonna say he makes good raps like food raps.
So we all three took it different ways. I was hoping, he's a new singer that I could.
No, I tell you, Velocity Race Design, he's done quite a bit for me. Matter of fact, when I had when we had the charity race, he did my big block and small block.
Nice. So, who else do you want to give shout outs to, Dean?
Oh, gotta say thanks to the Full Throttle Motorsports guys. I know we're not sprint car guys, but gotta thank to them because they helped me out with just racing in general. I gotta thank Patrick Spangler, who, just as JJ said, Patrick's there to help out everybody, and Patrick gives me a lot of tips. He even Patrick even sends me YouTube videos of how he runs the track to learn and everything. And it's pretty cool when a guy does that at a competitor. It's going to go against them, of course. I don't think Patrick Spangler's losing sleep over Dean Reynolds in a sprint car, but I gotta thank them. I gotta thank the booth boys. It's good to be back. It's been a while since I've been back, and showing my handsome face, And thank you guys, and thank Coast to Coast for a place to race, and then we'll do it again at Renegades.
Awesome, man. Well, great job. We'll talk to you in a bit. Let's bring in Ross Carina here, who went 10 for 10 in Rebels. I mean, Zach, just take it.
I mean, what more is there to say? Ross, I picked you tonight, but dude, I picked you as a joke. I didn't think there was any chance in
I wanted a bounty. You remember that? I wanted to do another bounty.
Yeah, I almost had to give you more money tonight, man. But dude, it's unbelievable. I mean, we both know. Well, everyone in this booth knows. We talked about it earlier. We know you're a Renegades driver, but man, did you think it was going to be this easy this season?
No, I mean, I don't know if easy is the right word either, because obviously it's never easy. Even
you made it look easy.
There's a lot of Rebels drivers that probably don't belong in that division too. So, no, but to go for 10 for 10, that's pretty crazy for anybody, I guess. Wasn't even sure if I was going to make it tonight, but luckily I got registered from abroad and made it just in time to. Well, obviously you guys saw I missed qual and heat, but luckily I was able to run the feature and get the win.
Hey Ross, tell the truth. My girlfriend's watching. When you saw the 79 in front of you, did you start to sweat?
No.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
It's the best response I've ever.
I'm standing right here, Ross.
Oh man.
I guess I did a little bit when you hit the wall in front of me. That kind of.
Well, yeah. There you go.
Oh man. Ross, we've had a lot of fun with you this season. 10 for 10. Congratulations. I'm sure this has to lock up your Coast to Coast Hall of Fame status whenever that time comes. But congratulations, man. You're the champ.
Awesome.
You won again tonight. Who you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, as always, the Phantom Motorsports guys, Vanderbilt guys, M9 Performance, Weichel Sportswear, Power Outdoors, Velocity Race Design. Obviously, like I said, as always, you guys up in the booth for putting on the show, and then everyone at Coast to Coast behind the scenes, making this league work.
Are we going to get a glimpse of the Volusia double tonight? Are you going to go out here and run this one?
I'm thinking so. I'm hoping I'll be there. I'll make it work.
All right, man. 2 for 2. Let's see it. Congratulations. What a year. And man, just hats off to you, Ross.
Thank you.
Good job, Ross.
Ross Carina, the champ, and the Rebels. We'll step aside and go to break. When we come back, Renegades time of the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a
Hiatus. So let's get.
Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
We're back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network as we get set to go for a little Renegades action here. Renegades brought to you by our friends at Dillon Westbrook Racing. Already pretty much have our champion crowd going on in, and of course we're talking about the salesman, Blake Chapman. As long as he doesn't, have a mess up tonight, he's pretty much all good to go. Take that championship away, so. We'll welcome you back here inside our broadcast booth. Marty Sakala with you, joined alongside Dean Reynolds, Zach Chapman, and Brandon Dittmer.
Is BD still with us?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
He is alive. I thought he saw JJ flip again. So let's talk about, while we were waiting to go for Renegades, let's talk about Week 13 coming on up here. As we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next week. I don't know what's planning for Roger, but I believe what he did tell me, if I recall correctly, Roger, if you're listening, send me a text on this to confirm. But I believe we are doing a Bob Light Memorial for Week 13. So I'll be looking forward to that, that's for sure. Hoping as well it is on the asphalt too. I'll keep you posted on that. So it will be pickups on Week 13, and next season the pickup division will be renamed to the Bob Light pickup division,
cool.
which is going to be
that'd be nice. Yeah.
Next year. So
good way to remember them every week.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely looking forward to that. I don't know what the plan is, because like normally on week 13 we like to try stuff out, but we'll be trying a lot of stuff out. One of them next week, Oswego Speedway coming to iRacing. Who's excited for that? Dino, come on, raise your hand.
Well, if the dirt came out, I heard the dirt's going to be a patch a little later on down the road, but still, yes. I'll get the asphalt as well because I've gone to several super modified races there on the asphalt, and I'm excited. I mean, it's funny. There's a little story behind Oswego. The owners of the track aren't really know anything about iRacing, so when they got approached by iRacing, they weren't really warmed up to it because they didn't know what it was. But the track manager knows a lot about iRacing, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. made that mention on his podcast there about Oswego needs to be in iRacing. Then they just started rolling with the ball there, and that's cool. I mean, I think it's the only track on iRacing that actually does run dirt and asphalt that's still in operation. Because Lanier's not anymore, USA's not anymore, right?
I think you're correct. Let me double check on that.
Yeah, well, and Bristol don't do dirt anymore.
Yeah, they don't do dirt anymore. You're right. Let me double check on that.
And Dino, I did not realize that's in Pottsville, PA. That is 82 miles away. You're going to see me on my birthday next Tuesday.
That is
Big
cool.
Diamond?
Big Diamond,
Yeah.
that is cool.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea that was in Lehigh Valley. That's not that far away. I'm totally going to go there. And
Have you ever been to the track?
Nope, no. Yeah, I've never been there before, so
Great
that'll
facility.
be a good first.
Logan Wentz lives right near there, too. Maybe we'll get him to come.
Sounds like a plan.
That's where I met him for the first time. Sorry, Marty. We're just
You're good.
carrying on here.
You're good. You're good. All good.
We can only talk about Galen's and Chapman so much.
Yes, exactly. So, all right, let's go for qualifying here. First driver we're gonna watch. Let's watch the 49, the Vanderbilt driver, Jesse Bandy. Two laps of qualifying. Gotta do that within 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of these guys. They'll commit to the high side the first lap, and if they don't like that lap time, they'll adjust from there.
So Jesse Bandy sets the bar, 14.209. Jeff Barker looking pretty good. Goes to fourth, 14.472. One more lap to go for the Vanderbilt Master. See if he can improve his time, and he can't. 14.42. Here comes Patrick Spangler across the line. 14.26 betters his lap. Jeff Barker up to fifth quick. Dean Reynolds up to fourth quick. 14.29. Barker sixth. 14.39. Let's go to Stephen Goldner in car number 30. Much better lap he's working on. Somebody just went up. I think it was Jesse X in the second quick. Stephen Goldner slower on lap 2. He's ninth quick. Let's watch Blake Chapman, the salesman. Brad Wade up to 6th, 14.32. Chapman across the start-finish line, better, 9th quick, 14.44. Chad Cote across the start-finish line, 14.59 on lap 2. He's 13th at 14.55. Now we watch to see if the boss can improve here off of turns number 3 and 4. This is a better lap. Where will he climb up to? Quick time! 14.171. Acknowledge him.
Without a practice lap.
Unbelievable, too. Because
Without
when
a
he goes
practice
back
lap.
and looks at that, he messed up coming out of 4. He got sideways in the slick. That thing could have been faster. Unbelievable time.
Absolutely absurd. So,
Bateman with the Renegades next year going for, I think he's going to want the championship.
he may go for all the wins.
Yeah.
All right, heat race number 1 set to go down, brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole, the salesman, Blake Chapman in the 20. Next to him, the 814 of Brad Wade. Row number 2, the high side banger, Patrick Spangler, the 39. Next to the 10 of Ross, the boss, Corinna. Row 3, gentleman Jack Hitt in the 217. Rounding out the grid is B10, Brandon Templeton, the 31. Brad Wade's the only guy that doesn't have a nickname. We need to give him a nickname.
Who's that?
Brad Wade.
Bradway. What can I call him?
I wish
Let
we
me
could
think on
work
that one, Mark. We'll
Shake
come up
weight
with
into there somehow, but that just doesn't make sense.
I don't want to go BW because we got BD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
When we interview him, let's see what his middle name is. Maybe we can work on something with that.
I don't have it on my end, so.
We could go Key and Peele with it and just start calling him Balake.
Balake. I
Look
don't know
at
if that
the
works,
T.
unfortunately. Well, it says B Rad, but I mean, I don't know if we could call him that. Anyway, green flag is out here for Heat 1. Winner on pole position for tonight. 3 wide into turn number 3. Spangler shows his nose. Chapman goes middle and clears Brad away. Chapman leads lap number 1, guys.
Yeah, you know, but if you're Patrick Spangler here, man, you've got nothing to lose. You got to go in. You got to hang this out. You got to make Blake work for this. You can't give him an easy one. He's basically got this thing locked up. So Patrick wants to go out on a high note here.
There's a photo finish on the line for lap number 2. Spangler, though, rolling downstairs. Does he throw a slider possibly, Pete?
No, I think he's feeling good down there because it's hard to throw a slider with 2 cars up top, and I think he likes where he's going right here. You know, and you're right, Shaggy. Spangler wants to win this because if Blake's going to win that championship, he's still got to get around me. That's how he's going to feel.
Halfway home here, and Spangler is cleared. Chapman, look at the lap time, 14:24. That's nearly the lap that Ross Corinna ran in qualifying. Corinna, though, has not done anything, Brandon. He is stuck in 4th.
Yeah, unfortunately, is not able to get anything out of that car right now. As Patrick is absolutely railing it on the bottom side, pulling away with ease. And it's looking like Brennan Lacey out there.
Apparently, Brad's nickname is Brad for the application.
Oh, so maybe the first name's like Hector or something like that, and he doesn't want to acknowledge it?
It's probably Bradley.
Or he put him, yeah, I was going to say he probably put him Bradley. But anyway, final lap is underway as Corinna tries to move a spot up into 3rd, which he does in the slider. Waits trying to counter back. You know who's going to start on pole? It's Patrick Spangler. Blake Chapman to finish 2nd. Who's going to finish 3rd? Ross Corinna takes it. Brad Wade 4th. Jack hit 5th. And Brandon Templeton 6th. Spangler, though, gets it done in Heat 1.
Yeah, that was a statement with Chapman and Patrick. They're telling Ross, hey, dude, you're in Renegades. We're still here.
We now go to Heat 2, brought to you by Full Throttle Motorsports. Bob DeGood on pole position in car number 7. Next to him, Gavin Chatham in the 99. Row number 2, Superman Kurt Schetzer in the 218. And Jesse, the Bandy Boat Master, Bandy in the 49. Rounding out the field in row number 3, the Goose, Chad Cote in the 11. And Steven Stewart in the 29.
Up and down season for that 49 car of Jesse Bandy. Good to see him back qualifying strong, but as you see, you qualify strong, it punishes you sometimes. It's going to be real hard to get around that 99 of Gavin Chatham.
Yeah, Gavin is, I heard what you guys were saying in the last race, and, thanks, Gavin. He is a gentleman, though. He's a good racer and everything else, and he's the guy that if I'm going to get into you, I will wipe myself out and make sure I don't do it. But you're right, Shaggy. He's fast. I think this heat could be his.
Winner starts outside of the front row. Green flag is out. Here we go. Not a good start for Bob DeGood. Gavin Chatham with the advantage into turn 1. Immediately clears. 3 wide for 2nd with Schetzer. Stuck in the middle for just a split second. Wow, Bandy, how close can you get?
Curtain. Oh, man.
I think Bandy closed his eyes and said, let's hope this works.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at this. Schetzer trying to pinch him down low. Both get tight. This is some good stuff here for 2nd. Chatham's like, thanks for doing this, boys. I'll get away from them. But man, these two are like magnets right now, Brandon. They won't get away from each other.
Yeah, it is about as entertaining as can be to watch. Because they have gotten they basically tested each other's Nerf bars before they got off each other. Almost slides up into the next row.
And it's unbelievable. While they're racing this hard, they're still running down the 99 of Gavin Chatham. Here comes Jesse Bandy.
In fact, Bandy ran a 14.68, now a 14.56. 2nd groove on Chatham for the race lead. Can he get it? Not just yet, Dino.
Well, Bandy Bill is named after a guy, so I'm not surprised that he's got some stuff.
Wow, that was way too close to call at the line.
Good thing that wasn't the last lap because Bandy, he's gonna easily get this thing, I think, unless we see a big time slider from the 99 coming out of
Stewart
the
sideways. Schatzer gave the bumper, big time contact. Schatzer and Cote barrel rolling.
Holy, somebody's flipping through the infield.
That was
it the
Jack
Goose?
Cote. The Goose.
And we got a new leader.
Yeah, Jesse Bandy really shut the door,
Oh!
going, oh, contact!
They touched for the race lead. Chatham Hail Marion in turns 3 and 4. Bandy's got it clear. He can play defense. Oh, Chatham caught the inside wall. Bandy takes the win in Heat 3 or Heat 2.
Well, maybe we can relive the old rivalry. We got a little Bandy Bill and training wheels on that front row.
Show you here. Oh, we just lost it. Cote catches Stewart after he was sideways and both have nowhere to go and big impacts. And look at the ride the Goose takes. That is a 10 out of 10 on the vault.
Oh boy, look who you got to pass, Dino. Good luck.
Somebody put Chad Cote in the Olympics.
Yeah, speaking about the anchor of Bandy Belt, I mean, yeah, we've had some good years with Lacey, but I think when you think of Bandy Belt, you still think of Stephen Goldner.
Oh, absolutely. Here's the lineup for Heat 3, brought to you by Glenridge Motorsports Park. Front row has Stephen Goldner on the pole next to the Brute to Beast, Jeff Barker in the 513. Row 2, Dean Reynolds in the 79, and Jesse Atkinson in the 127, the Pink Panther. Final row has the captain Gary Taylor in the 34, and Barry Goldner in the 36.
I hope Barry goes up there and just throws a slider on Steven for the win on the last lap.
Oh, that'd be fun. Checking in with some other people here. We were talking about dirt tracks and asphalt tracks on iRacing. It's Goon says IRP does technically, but IRP is not on dirt. And then Gary Spangler had an idea. We'll talk about it in a bit. Heat 3 underway, and it's 3 wide for the second. Oh my, Dino has got a huge run looking for this race lead. He's now 3 over the runner-up, but look at Atkinson. Oh, Dino just went from 3rd to the lead on lap number 1, guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dino did his homework in that last heat race. He's running that same line Gavin Chatham did in 3 and 4, and Gavin discovered it with about 2 to go. There's a lot of attack, and Dino gets a big launch again coming out of the corner, and he's ready to bring this one home. Gets a little high, though, 1 and 2, Marty.
I have not seen anyone have as good of an exit on the bottom tonight like I've seen with Dino. Goldner, that's a bad idea to slide job. He puts X in the wall, and somehow X is hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, he better hope that 127 don't come back to him because, boy, he's going to be mad. I mean, he was at the point where he couldn't back out and cross that over. That was kind of a slider from hell.
Oh, yeah.
There, Marty.
Atkinson right now is driving like a madman out of hell, that's for sure, as we're halfway home.
Yeah, but I tell you what, big benefit up there, that 79. He was able to gap that 30 car, and I'll tell you what, Marty, he's not catching him.
I don't know, Brandon. Oh, Dino got tight. Goldner's got a chance.
Yeah, that was a big mistake by Dino getting that loose into the corner. Steven made a big old gap clear, and here comes him on the inside.
Side by side for the lead with 2 laps to go. Reynolds against Goldner. Goldner tries to slide him up the hill. Dino clears and hangs on. That was a 14:51 last lap for Goldner, in case anyone's wondering.
Dino did the smart thing here. He got back to the bottom in 3 and 4, but floated up a little bit.
Big
Go for
slider
the
from
cross
Goldner.
over here, Dean. Keep her on the bottom this time. You're quick down there, buddy. Come on,
Dino.
Dino.
No! Dang it! Goldner takes the win.
You gotta be kidding me.
Goldner just slammed the gate. And, oh, man, I'll tell you what. He's able to secure the win, but he made 2 enemies in this heat race, I think, boys.
Let's go to break. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Welcome back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Warm-ups underway. Patrick Spangler currently the quickest at a 14.71. Checking in with some other people right now. Steve Bixler said he dropped his DraftKings bet on Gary Taylor. DraftKings has him 2-1.
Well, what did he bet on Gary Taylor to do?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You know, they salty dogs. They got some unique hobbies.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe 2-1 on what the salty dogs have been. I don't know. And then Gary Spangler says, "Hey Marty, why not put together a sprint speed week for my race? 5 nights, 5 different tracks for an overall champ. That'd be fun."
That'd be a lot of fun.
It would be.
Who had that idea?
Well, is this coming season when they do the Knox Hill Nationals, or no? That's
next season.
Or is it? It is.
Because we'll be in. It'll be sometime end of July. I would assume we'd be doing it sometime end of July, early August. So, but anyway, 30-lap feature coming up. Let's meet the field and give you your RSN trackside starting lineup. On the pole, the high side banger, Patrick Spangler in the number 39. Next to him, Jesse Bandy in the 49. Row number 2, Stephen Goldner in car number 30, and the salesman, Blake Chapman, in the 20. Row number 3, it's Gavin Chatham in the 99, the Birds Beast, Jeff Parker in the 513. Row number 4, it's the boss, Ross Corinna in the 10, and Steven Stewart in the number 29. Rounding out the top 10, the Pink Panther, Jesse X in the 127, and Brad White in the 814. Row number 6, Bob D. Good in the 7, next to Dean Reynolds in the 79. Row 7, Gentleman Jack Hitt in the 217, and the Goose, Jack Cote in car 11. Row number 8, Barry Goldner in the 36, and B-Temp, Brandon Templeton in the 31. Final row tonight, it's Superman, Kurt Schetzer in the 218, and the Captain, Gary Taylor in the 34. All right, we get set to go here. Let's get some picks to win here. Dino, we're going to start with you since you're driving.
Well, as much as I want to hear Galen's again, which he can do it in the top 3, so I'm going to take Patrick. I think Patrick wants to at least make a statement by winning the final event if he can't win the championship.
All righty, well, best of luck tonight in the Renegades feature, all right?
Thank you, sir.
We'll talk to you afterwards, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, Brandon, who are you picking?
Well, since Dino had to go ahead and pick my teammate, you know what? I'd like to see Bandy back in the victory.
All righty, Zach.
Well, you know, I was going to say Patrick, but Dean took that because I think it's going to be top dominant at the end. But man, Blake may be able to pull one out of the hat down there on the bottom. I'm going to go with the salesman.
You know what? Give me the boss, Ross Corinna tonight from 7th.
Great pick. I
Thank
can't
you.
believe I didn't think of him.
Thank you. I got to pick the boss. I have to acknowledge my tribal chief. Alrighty, 35 laps here around Volusia Speedway Park. Spangler and Bandy set to bring us to the green flag. Time for the Lucy Olsen start as the field makes their way to turn number 3. It's time to wing it and bring it, because where else would you rather be than right here, right now, Spangler and Bandy, showtime at Volusia.
Great restart from Patrick Spangler. He can go wherever he wants, and he floats up real high going into turn 3. We got the top 3 run 3 different lines in turns 3 and 4, Marty.
Spangler leads lap 1. Goldner takes 2nd from Jesse Bandy. Blake Chapman in 4th, and then battle for 5th, Jeff Barker and Gavin Chatham. Barker started 6th and up to 5th. Brandon Barker may be the most improved driver of the season as we see Chapman thread the needle for 2nd.
Yeah, he has been doing absolutely amazing this season. I'd love to see the improvement. It's incredible to watch. As he kind of sits 5th as we have battle for 7th here. Side by side.
Let's watch this race for 3rd as, yeah, it's a smorgasbord. Look at Dino gripping the top. Kiss the wall, finds his way up to the 8th position. He's got 3 wide in front of him, though. Now has to battle the boss. This is a great start to this one, folks. Oh, my goodness. Barker now neck coated in front. Oh, look out the back. A lot of contact. Everybody hanging on to it for dear life.
Look at Dino, though. He's not afraid. He threw that around the outside, up in the chips here. Here he goes. Big run out of 4. Oh, man, look at Dino.
5th went to Gavin Chatham at the line in front of them, though. Steven Goldner has cleared Blake Chapman for the 3rd position. Oh, trouble, Gary Taylor. Oh, Barry's lost the top wing. He just came out of the flip pit and somehow is going to keep the car on the track. This could get interesting when it comes to lap traffic. Different grooves by Goldner, trying to find a way to get second on Jesse Bandy. But look at Dean Reynolds. Oh my goodness, all over the Renegades champ. And now we got trouble, Jack Cote. And he has gone for a flip as well.
Last thing Patrick Spangler wanted to see, almost a 2-second lead out front, Marty. He was in his own zip code.
Huh, sounds like me last week.
Attempted to just kiss the wall. Got into Cote. It's right on board with the Goose.
Definitely kissed the wall, but man, he didn't have much room, so.
Yeah.
Tough break. I mean, he did a good job even after he kissed the wall, keeping it pretty straight.
It's just something that nothing Cote could have done.
Nope. It's kind of, you trust the guy to stay off the wall, you follow him up. One quick mistake can ruin your night, that's for sure.
Gary Taylor did not have a lot of yaw. Look at that. Barry Goldner caught in the flip pit. Didn't really do a flip, but got up in the air. Lost the top wing off the fence. So first yellow flies here in this feature. Take a look at the 5-lap average here, see who the best car is on the track. You can easily tell it's Patrick Spangler right now, but the second best is Dean Reynolds running in the 5th spot.
No surprise. Also the hard charger right now, Marty. Started 12th up to 5th, so Dino said, Ross, you know, you may have had the better car than me last race, but man, Dino really found something. He hooked up and drove around him on the outside.
Give credit as well to Brandon Templeton, up 7 spots. He restarts in 9th tonight. First restart of the night, set to go.
Green, green, green.
Spangler holds serve, is able to increase this lead. Or does he get a challenger for Jesse Bandy? Tries to go around the outside, nearly side by side to corner number 3. At the line, I think we've got a new leader in Bandy, guys.
Yeah, Jesse Bandy did take the lead there at the line. It was close, but he took it over, and that's big of a caution.
Trying to fight back, Steven Goldner. Now in 3rd, around the outside on Spangler, looking for 2nd with the 39. Still hanging on, Brandon.
Yeah, he's got to be real careful how far he's running that outside. He's started very, very quickly. Him and Goldner both are running it pretty quick.
Goldner just about rode the wall and nearly lost control where he could have bumped his teammate.
Dino on the wall. Dino's got problems, big problems.
Yeah, he's got a bad problem. The right front is gone. Caution is out for Jack Head. Dang, that's a heartbreak. Imagine if that first caution did not come out. Contact with Gavin Chatham hits the wall not once, and then that second impact. Broke the steering arm on the right front.
You know, it's fairly early in the race, and he had a quick car, so it's not going to be an easy task, but he can drive that thing back up.
Yeah, Jack Hitt just did not expect it. Let's talk about what's coming up here the rest of the week on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for Championship Week. On Tuesday, I'm sorry, not Tuesday, on Wednesday, Hometown Heroes at Cedar Lake Speedway, as well as the Truck Trail at Worldwide Technology Raceway. OSRN will have the broadcast for that. Then Thursday night, we'll be back with you for Thursday Night Thunder for small blocks and big blocks at Williams Grove. Extreme eSpeed TV will take over for late models and the Xfinity Trail, which will run at Sonoma.
Man, Roger got me. He clipped me with my new haircut. He put me in the driver's chat.
Uh-oh. Is this in the lounge?
Yeah, on Facebook, yeah.
This is gonna be good. Oh yeah, I already saw that, yeah.
Man, can anybody in row 2 get by this Vanderbilt front row? That's going to be tough. I was kind of surprised to see Spengler go down to the bottom. I wonder if he was in tire save mode.
Green, green, green.
Let's see what happens. We come back to green.
Goldner with a good run on the back.
Look at this though. Gavin Chatham, Blake Chapman both sent it in into turn number 3. Chatham backs out of it, pays the price. He's down to 5th. Sailor looking to get back on the podium past his championship adversary. Oh, Goldner
in the
again.
wall.
Same thing, nearly caught the back of Bandy. This is going to allow Spengler to capitalize. He stays tucked behind the tail tank of Goldner here, Brandon.
Yeah, he's gonna probably just gonna follow him for a little while now until he finds something that he likes a little better. Blake Chapman is kind of making that bottom side work, kind of pulling up on Patrick now.
The inside wall.
Tried the slide job, then hit the wall, and that may pay him the price. Down to 30 goes. Patrick Spengler passed. Blake Chapman now tries to dive the corner. He looks to go for 3rd. Here's a fun fact about Vanderbilt this season. We got a yellow flag to Gary Taylor. We'll hold a thought there. Take a look at what happened with the captain. Got turned off of the bumper of Jack Hitty, yawed up into him. So here's a fun fact. This is the final race of the season. Vanderbilt has yet to win a race in the Renegades. Think about that. 5 wins from Chapman, 4 from Spengler, 1 from Short, and 1 from Keith Jackson.
Jeez. There's no way that's ever happened before in a season. No chance. So
I
one of
mean,
them gotta
you
break
look
it
at the
up.
early portions of the new dirt model, the new dirt tire, and how that messed everything up for Vanderbilt, changed the complexion of who the contenders were.
Tell you what here, Patrick Spengler's best friend is this single file restart. If this thing would have been double file, man, that would have been tough on him. Pace lights look to be off though here as they're going into turn 3 to you think we run this thing out green, Marty?
Gonna see what happens here as we put 17 up on the board. Jesse Bandy. Been a while since we've seen him win in Renegades as we're back underway. Only guy underneath, rest of the field is on top. We have all the restarts, single file rest of the trees as we run out of double file attempts. Comes Jesse X and nearly clips the wall with the Ute tire. In 4th from Blake Chapman, but it seems to be a lot tougher to pass now than normal. Granted, Steve Goldner's trying to prove it otherwise.
Yeah, kind of coming this late in the race, you're gonna see that tire wear definitely come into a factor. But if you can get a good enough run off of one of these corners, sure enough, you can make anything work.
Andy kisses the wall pretty good there, but man, him and Goldner are just doing that perfect.
Jesse exited right. How about the man that started 17th up to 7th tonight? Greg Schatzer, currently your biggest mover of the race, followed by Brandon Templeton up 7 and 9. Back to the race for second here, Zach, is Goldner trying to get back there. Blake Chapman on the podium yet, but two drivers ahead just sparked the wall. You can use that to his advantage. Closed in just a bit.
And, you know, Patrick Spangler, he's moving back down to the bottom. He's trying to search around. Yeah, couldn't tell you what the fastest lane is right now. It's really wherever you set up your car to go and where you have your wing at. All the top four are all running a different line.
Varies based on your setup. You can see who's got the better race car at the moment. It's Blake Chapman just barely over the leader and Jesse Bandy. Goldner trying to use the wall to his advantage. But Spangler still hanging on to second. Goldner got wheel to wheel with him though, Brandon.
Yeah, Patrick's back down to there. There's that bottom. He's kind of going to lose a little bit on Goldner right now as he works around. You can really tell how much that top side is kind of wearing down his tires, not able to let him get enough grip on that bottom side.
Spangler looking for the lead here. 4 cars all under a blanket. Bandy, Goldner, Spangler, Blake Chapman, the best drivers in coast to coast right now. 9 laps to go. Can Bandy hang on? Spangler with the run.
Yeah, and Patrick much better through 1 and 2 this time. He looked like he got in the inside wall last lap. I expect there to be a new leader at the start-finish line here, Marty. Patrick's found something on the exit of turn 4.
At the line. I think he got it. I think Spangler took the lead back.
Yes, he did, Marty, by 0.04 of a second, 40 thousandths there. So, man, we got a battle in our hands.
Oh, Bandy got a little bit sideways. That's going to help out Spangler increase the lead just a tiny bit. Oh,
Patrick
Spangler got
inside
tight. At the inside wall, Bandy takes the lead back. And now Goldner and Chapman battle for second.
Yeah, and you know, Blake's been doing pretty well in the bottom, but he just doesn't have 3 and 4 ace like Patrick, so Patrick's going to have to do what he can to force those guys out of the way if he wants to go back, but man, he's running out of time.
Well, who got second in the line? Was it Chapman or Goldner?
Blake had it at the line.
Now it's Stephen Goldner with 5 laps to go. Can Jesse Bandy hang on once again? Blake's liking this bottom, though. He's been saving tires, I think, Brandon.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it. Blake's just been biding his time, staying back there in fourth, not pushing the issue. Just saving, and it is really working out for him right here.
Up to second with 4 laps to go. Can the Renegades points leader coming in become the champ with another win? The champs have all won today. We could have a possible sweep here. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, but Vanderbilt, man, you said it, Marty. They haven't won all season. He's going to put up the biggest fight he ever has, but Blake would have run through 1 and 2.
Chapman, though, got a little bit tight, pushed up. Jesse exit has crashed. No caution. We stay green. 2 laps to go. Bandy trying to hang on, get Vanderbilt a win. Gavin Chatham starting to close out the top 4. Caution waits for Jesse. And we are going to a green-white checkered with Bandy out in front.
Jesse beat him to the line by 0.03 of a second. That's good. That could be the difference in this race. We know how much of a benefit it is to be the leader on a restart. We're going to have a green-white checker.
So here's what happened to the Pink Panther. Caught the wall and rode it across the start-finish line. And just kept his foot on the gas. Somehow we didn't see a yellow. Hung on to it. Now, when does the caution apply till a little while later? Pulls onto the inside, and then the leaders pass him here. No, Gary Taylor passed him. The leaders were approaching him at the same time, which is what forced things to go to a green-white checkered. The better drivers on the long run. The best driver was Gavin Chatham in that long run. Now, who has the short run advantage? I think right now it's Bandy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be in the catbird seat right now. That's where you want to be. He's going to get to predict the restart here and either go early or hold the boys up and try to make Blake jump. But, you know, Marty, also, not very many of these we've run into, but green, white, checkered here. We're going to do an extra lap. We're doing 36 laps tonight, so you better make sure you have enough fuel in the car.
What a way to end the season here, with the green, white, checkered coming up.
They might not be done yet. You know, we get two attempts that are green, white, checkered.
Absolutely,
yeah, so
great point.
You better make sure you got enough gas in the car.
Bandy, I think Bandy may be trying to save fuel here possibly with that swerve underneath.
It looked that way. He's got to be sweating a little bit.
Shaking the tank from the looks of it possibly. Green, white, checkered. Bandy goes. Horrible restart for Blake Chapman. Goldner in the wall,
Goldner in the wall.
Hanging on for dear life. And Spangler getting third off for 2.
How did Goldner not lose third place after that run in the wall?
How did Steven not end up in the flip pits? What I'm wondering. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Jesse Bandy. Blake Chapman's got one last shot off for turn number 2. He's on Bandy's running out of field, I think. Chapman's got one final shot around the outside. Last lap pass. The salesman. Cha-ching! Blake Chapman does it.
Bandy's out of gas.
What a way to end the season.
He had to run out of gas, Marty. That had to be it. That had to be it. Those Bandy guys, they love to run low fuel and push it. That extra lap was everything tonight. Oh my gosh.
Pandemonium at Volusia Speedway Park. Unbelievable stuff. Let's ride on board with Jesse Bandy at the white flag. Listen closely. Staying low, trying to save fuel. It surged off for turn 4. That was the difference. Let's watch this once again. Bandy gets a heck of an accident. If it's not for the surge, I think Bandy wins this race. I really do.
100%. You can hear him that last lap really babying it down the backstretch. You know, just he was scared the lap before. I mean, on the restart, he tried to save as much as he could. But,
and this was Blake Chapman, who had a horrible crash in 3 and 4. This time his wall riding could not save him. Up and over out of the ballpark. I don't know if he ran out of fuel either. Let's ride on board. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we got it. Let's take a look.
Didn't like how you said, "Oh."
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Don't scare us, Marty.
I assure you, he doesn't run out of gas for the wild ride.
Oh yeah, he clearly does. He clearly doesn't run out of fuel with the white flag with no overtime. So.
Oh no, I meant Steven Goldner when he ballparked it.
Steven.
He was hammered down into that outside tires. That was a wild ride.
So Bandy Belt goes winless in the Renegades this season. We haven't mentioned your biggest mover. Kurt Schatzer up 11 spots to finish 6th at the end. Give credit to Dino for fighting back after having the issue with the wall and the right front steering arm. Finishes in 7th. Then you look at the rest of the field. Gary Taylor finishing 14th at the end as well. And so with that said, we are just about good to go and talk with your top 3 here tonight. And we will begin with Your third place finisher in Patrick Spangler. And Patrick, man, oh man, what a race. Take me through those final laps from your perspective before the yellow flag flew.
Yeah, I mean, I set the torque pace at the beginning, and then when caution came out and realized I was going to be like 2 gallons short on fuel, so I had to run the bottom a little bit. I wasn't expecting the race to be up top at the beginning, and then finally I swapped back to the bottom, and just got the lead, and I smoked the inside wall, just stepped on it there, and then anytime I got on the gas out of the turns, the front end would just shoot up the track, so I was trying to correct that, and I was getting quicker back there on the bottom, but we were just all running so close up there. That was a fun race.
Did you feel like you had a race-winning car tonight?
Yeah, until I put it in the wall, and I was pretty excited there too because this is Blake's playground usually, and I was beating him, and yeah, and then the wall was like, nope, not today.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Just you and all the booth boys up there each week, every Monday. Awesome broadcasts. Roger Run the League. Training Wheels Racing, Dude XM Designs, Volusia Race Designs, Dad, Uncle back on watching, just everybody in the league, just fun league to race in every 3-4 nights a week, and can't wait for next season and next week's fun runs.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Great job tonight.
Good job, Patrick.
And,
Good job.
Are we going to see you next week, Marty, in the fun runs?
If it's at Oswego, chances are likely I'll be there.
All right, see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Patrick Spangler finishing in third. Let's go to our second place finisher in the Bandybuilt Master, Jesse Bandy. Zach Scottham.
Well, man, Jesse, I think we all kind of know what bit you there when you got that extra lap tagged on that green-white checkered. Man, you had to be upset on that last lap, or with 2 to go even. I watched you run the low on the backstretch, not go full throttle. Were you aware that you were going to run out of gas there?
Oh yeah, I knew I had 0.9 left on that last restart. And,
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I had one. It said a lap and a half left, and I can't tell you I don't know that I've ever ran all around the top, start to finish at Volusia. It usually is too far around all the way around, and
It was good up there. I was up there. It was fun.
yeah, it was a little risky in 3 and 4 there, but if you hit it right, you could definitely pick up some speed and carry the momentum. But yeah, I spun the tires on the last restart, and yeah, it was a close call for sure. But first time I've ever ran around the top, so I would have thought 22 gallons would have got me.
I need to ask for the heck of it real quick, Zach. Jesse, is Steven okay after that impact?
I think he'd be all right.
Okay.
No, tell him he deserves that after me and him in the heat. I'll get a message about 30 seconds now.
Probably.
Yeah. But, not to strike a chord here, Jesse, but going into the season, man, you couldn't have imagined Bandybuilt, no wins this season. You guys going to be able to turn it around next season?
Oh yeah, that's not striking a chord. I mean, you win some, you lose some. Can't be on top all the time. I think it's fair to say if we run hard enough, we can be competitive. It's just summertime coming up here, and everybody's busy. I didn't even turn many laps here at Volusia this week myself. So.
And we're going to send out a search party for Lacey. And Moonen's getting kind of there. Is Moonen still building the engines? What's he doing? Where's him? Where's he?
Lacey, I think, yeah, he's going to have a car for sale here pretty quick. I'd be willing to bet you.
Well, congratulations, Jesse. Tough one, man. Nobody wants to lose on fuel, but, sometimes that's the way it goes. Got anybody you want to thank on the second place there?
Yeah, Volusia Race Designs, Bio.com, Apex Sim Racing, RK Farms, Dirt Doctor Trucking, and everybody over at Bandybuilt.
Well, congratulations, man, and we look forward to seeing you on the top step of the podium some next season, my man.
All right, take care.
Good run, Jesse.
So Jesse Bandy finishes second.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a pause.
I picked him to win.
Dino, you want to introduce them? Dino, you want to introduce them?
We call him the salesman, but I think we got to call him Blake Galen's Chapman. I think he just inherits the middle name. But you know what? I picked Patrick because I thought Patrick was going to be on a mission. But Blake says, Dean, you don't bet against me, and that's what he did tonight. Good job, brother.
Blake, how's
Thanks,
it feel?
you
Hey, it feels pretty good, man. You guys like that finish from up in the booth?
Oh my gosh.
I heard it. I got to go back and watch it. I was like trying to get around Schatzer, and I'm like listening to Marty and Shaggy saying, "Oh my God, what a race! What a race!"
Yeah, that the end of the race is really intense. I mean, I didn't want to get any X's and or hit anybody, and Mandy and Golden were both running outside of me, so I didn't want to come up too much and then end up taking myself out or anything. And when that final caution came out, thought I was kind of done for, but the white flag came out there, and I saw Bandy's pace slow down a lot heading into one, and I figured when he went low, he was running low on fuel, so able to take the middle lane there and just enough to get around him.
Blake, what do
Marty.
you go ahead?
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, Marty. You know, it was interesting because you remember when Patrick came into our booth to talk to us. Blake, do you actually concentrate on not getting any X's? Because when you talk 10 to 12 races and you get 2 drops, so let's say 10 races, if you get 4X less than somebody else, that's 40 points. But if you get a 0X, that's another 5 points. Do you concentrate on that sometimes?
I don't really. I mean, I try to drive everybody as clean as possible. Sometimes those X's are just unavoidable, but I was able to run the bottom a lot pretty much at every track this season, and nobody else was really down there with me, so I think that helped a lot. Keeping it out of the wall helps a lot, but I look at the standings and see that .005 in incidents. That kind of upsets me a little bit. I'd love to see it all straight zeros, but yeah, that's about as low as you can get.
Yeah, so I need to ask real quick about that. Is that only 2 incident points all year, Blake?
I'm not sure on the math on that, but I think it might be.
Can we verify that Roger Craig did that to you? Because in the past, for Bob Light, we talked about Bob Light almost had an incident-free season in the GT3s, and
That's
Roger
right, yeah.
ruined it. So we need to see if we can find video confirmation, and if Roger ruined that for you, oh man, we're gonna have to really bust it.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be
we can blame it on Roger.
Yeah,
I'm game of blaming it on Roger.
Yeah, I'm fine blaming it on Roger too.
There you go.
Same. 3 out of 3. All right, it's
Yeah,
done.
okay, it's Roger. That's it.
Yeah. So.
Case solved.
Blake, what's it mean to end this season with the dub at the same time?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I kind of like this track a lot, so I'm always expecting to have a good run here. But to end the season with the championship and to win with 6 on the season, it's bittersweet. It feels really good, and going into the summer season, I'm sure I won't be able to make every week. So winning the championship this season carries a lot of momentum into the next seasons for sure. And yeah, definitely ending the season on a win. It just feels really, really good.
Now, before that final caution, did you think that Bandy had enough fuel to go to the end, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, I figured he did. I mean, I put a couple extra gallons in because I didn't want to lose the championship because I ran out of fuel. That would be a horrible way to lose the championship. But yeah, I didn't really even think of gas right then. I figured Patrick was looking at his gas after the first caution came out and he ran low. But after that, it really didn't cross my mind until, like I said, the white flag flew. When going into one, his pace slowed down a lot. Then I realized that fuel was definitely a factor.
Yeah, I mean that shows that's the turtle.
Tyler, give me about 5 minutes. I'm actually on a
turtle
telecast.
does win the race here. I mean, you were the only one who ran the bottom the whole time, so fuel was never an issue. But those guys, they were worried about running fast in the middle of the race, and you saw where it got them. Good job, kid.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, Blake. Before we let you go, because Dean's got to get on a conference call, we got to get going. We got to get it going. Do you want to give
there we go.
to?
There we go. There we go.
Here we go.
Everyone, quiet, please. It's code CART, 15% off delicious. But Blake, you present it.
Yeah, thanks, Dean, for the intro there. But yeah, I got to thank the family first for watching, supporting all season long. Got to thank the guys at the Kite Sim Racing team, especially Shorty Terry, for all the setup help, especially early on in the season. I got to thank Preston and Joe, and congrats to him on his wife having twins just a couple of days ago. And I got to thank Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps, Andy at AJ Custom Creations. Of course, I got to thank Galen's Gourmet Popcorn.
There we go.
Heard Dean say it. Don't forget to use code CART, C-A-R-T, at checkout for 15% off. And like he said, it's very delicious. And I got to thank you guys for putting this broadcast on. You do a great job.
Blake, congratulations on the championship. You deserve it. Well done.
Thanks, Marty.
Good job, man. Good job, brother.
Blake Chapman gets things done here in the Renegades division. Dean, do you have Buddy?
No, he's still in the windowsill.
Ah.
He's still Still over there watching the moon or something. So.
Gotcha. So.
Yeah, no, I'm in another lobby and they're having a drivers meeting right now, actually. So I'm gonna cut this one short. But it was a lot of fun to be with you guys again, and we'll have to get together a little bit more on Monday. But this was a fun night. Good night, Volusia. Volusia produced again, Marty.
It produced again, that's for sure. I'll talk to you either next week or 2 weeks from now, or whenever I see you again at an SDS race. So.
And then Shaggy, message me on Facebook about Tuesday.
Yep, you got to pull me a pit pass. That's what you're good for.
We'll see what we can do.
Good man.
Good
man.
All right, brother.
My man.
Dino, Zach, final thoughts as we end the broadcast.
Hey, I never gloat, but 2 for 2 in the sprint cars tonight. I picked the winners, so thanks for making me look good there, Blake. But what a heartbreaker for Bandy. You could hear it. He was positive in his voice, and he's honest, and took accountability. They just haven't really put in the track time, and I imagine, seeing Blake take one from you like that, they're going to put in some work here these next couple weeks, and that Vanderbilt team's going to be back, and they're going to be tough to compete with.
Absolutely. With that, we're going to sign off here on the night. Thanks for joining us on this Monday night once again. We'll be back with you Thursday night to crown some small block and big block champions. I'm F. with the Coast to Coast Racing League. All the fine drivers and sponsors and admins, Roger Craig and his great group of people. On behalf of my broadcast partners tonight, Brandon Dittmer, Dean Reynolds, Zach Chapman, Marty Sakala sign off. Congrats to your winners and your champions tonight. Open 358's Anthony Morano, Rebels tonight, Gras Carina, and Renegades Blake Chapman. So long, everyone.